we're launching a human anxiety study. And so with the canine joint support and human anxiety, what we're doing is we're asking people to fill out questionnaires before they start taking CBD or cannabidiol, and then we send them free product. And after they try it for 2 weeks or a month, then we ask them to fill out another questionnaire, pretty easy. And we're just looking to try and gain more information about how this material will actually help people.
Okay, that's cool. Can you give them an easy place to contact for all of these studies if they're interested?
Yeah, I mean, so we're going to post this on our website, and that way they can see the link.
Okay, so if they go to panacealife.com or realcbdthatworks.com, they will get to it.
They will get to it. Alternatively, they can email us at help@panacealife.com, and we'll immediately respond with the right links to get them enrolled in the study.
You know, that's cool because they get free products. So if anyone has any questions, give them a shout, help at panacealife.com, and also put up that number, Suze, and that email if you could under his name, and then I'll repeat that during the show. Anyway, let's keep going here. Mary, you were from the end of the show yesterday, and I want to continue. As I remember, it was something to do. Suze, did you get the gist of this story? I know that we were having a little problem hearing her yesterday. She had a problem with Lakewood Collision.
I did not get to hear it, but just so you know, Tom, we have 2 Lakewood Collision problems holding now.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, Mary, what is your problem with Lakewood Collision?
Lakewood Collision didn't fix my car, just took my cash, doesn't return to me my cash
How
back,
much did you pay, Mary? How much did you pay them?
$7,660.
And you did not, and let me get this straight, they did not fix your car?
No.
Was it an insurance job or were you paying directly?
It's Geico insurance.
Geico insurance. Okay.
Yes.
Is your car still there?
No, I was not able to drop the car because of they didn't take in. So I talked to Geico. Geico wanted to me fix that Applewood. Applewood take part all out, but they cannot fix my car because of they don't send a check to them.
So Mary, did Geico already pay Lakewood?
Yes.
Why did Geico, I just need some simple answers. Why did Geico pay Lakewood Collision if they did no work?
They just took a check, and the day I drop off they saying the owner is not the office. He'll be back in 30 minutes. He'll be back in 30 minutes. He never back to the office. And
okay.
I waited
Okay, Mary, hold on.
Yes.
Deputy Dollar, if you could take her off the air and summarize the problem. And Mary, we will call over there and find out what's going on. Deputy Dollar is in the house, isn't he today? Did he get out in the weather or not?
He's by phone with an update today.
Oh, he has an update? Okay. Now we can give this to him or Deputy. I'll let you figure it out. You might want to give it to Deputy Doc. And speaking of Deputy Dollar, what is the follow-up that you have, Deputy Dollar? Welcome.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, sir. What do you got going on?
So we had, last week we had Dick, and he had a problem with Vivint Security.
Yes, I remember. He said that the doorbell will not consistently ring.
That's correct, yes.
What did you do?
And we were able to get Vivint to come out and make a service call, which was one of his big complaints. And the technician came out, made some adjustments, did a software upgrade, and things seem to be working the way they're supposed to now.
Well, that's great. You know what? I don't know why, Dollar, I don't know why Smarty Pants or Deputy Doc, why we have to get involved sometimes. It seems weird. Now, I don't know, did we have him? He didn't call in today, but anyway, that's good. And it's certainly deserving of my dinger. Thank you very much.
Oh, now, and it's cold morning. It worked.
On a cold morning. It really did work. Oh, you wise guy. Listen, Deputy Dollar, I'm wondering if you can call Mary and get the bottom line. We have another Lakewood Collision, Derek. Let's go to Derek. Derek, what's happening with you? Weird that we get two about the same company. It's not a good omen. What's going on, Derek?
Hey, Tom. Yeah, we have maybe kind of a similar story. So my wife's car was near totaled at the beginning of the year, and we couldn't find a shop that would take it because the damage was so bad, and Lakewood was the only one that would take it.
Now, hold on. Why, when you say near totaled, why did the insurance company not total it?
I don't know. I really don't know. I wish they would have.
Okay, so what happened? You took it to Lakewood Collision.
We took it to Lakewood Collision. For whatever reason, Progressive, our insurance, paid them after he gave them a quote, and then we.
Why are they paying people up front?
I also don't know that.
Isn't that exactly what that lady just said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
so how
why
much
are
did
they
they
taking
pay?
all the money up front?
How much did they pay?
Like $6,500. I will say our car was there at that point, but they still paid before the work was complete.
$6,500 up front, and what did you get so far?
Nothing. So our car's
Wait,
still there.
now hold on, Derek. Hold on. Don't get my blood boiling on this cold, snowy day. You're telling me you got zero, nothing, zero, zilch?
Yeah, that's correct. We dropped it off in March.
This is crazy.
Uh-oh.
It is.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I have a spreadsheet with every time we tried to contact them, every time we did.
Is your
contact
car
them,
still
what they
there?
told us. I think so. I mean, it was as of like a couple months ago when we went in to talk to the guy.
Listen, do they give you a song and dance?
Yes. Same story. Every time, I mean, it's hard to get them on the phone, but when you do, they just say, oh, yeah, your car's almost done, just needs to be painted, it'll be done in a week. They told us this in May.
All right, hold on. We're going to come back to this. There's something going on. There's a problem afoot at Lakewood Collision. You know how this show works. We find out about problems before they happen. I mean, before they get really serious, I should say. And that's what's happening here. By the way, waterpros.net will get you great drinking water at your kitchen sink. WaterPros, under $1,000, fully installed. WaterPros.net, the best for the lowest price.
Do roller coaster stock markets make you nervous? With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday on 630 KHOW. If you're concerned about the markets, call today to schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
You know, right now, people are looking to the stock market, and some of them have lost a lot of money in a 401k, a pension, an IRA. Whatever it is you have, if it's in the stock market, it's volatile. Now, if you want secure income for your future, for your retirement, or you're coming up on retirement, did you know you can roll over a plan, a lump sum into an annuity and get guaranteed returns with no risk in the stock market for you and guaranteed income for life? Find out more, mymoneymyway.com, 303-779-6600. There is something you should know about this real estate market. Houses are still selling. Yes, they are. Now, things have evened out a little. Maybe people aren't getting a ton over appraisals, but they are selling. And Frank Duran, the real estate man, can unlock the secrets. What he does is sits down with you and gives you an analysis of your home and what it will sell for based on fact. Not gimmicks, not fiction, not stories, but his statistics. Call him for a free analysis of your home with no obligation. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
Hey, I just called over, man.
Yeah?
It ain't good. I mean, I just said, hey, it's Mark Major, blah, 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 blah. We've got actually 2 callers on right now. I'm just trying to figure out what's click.
Okay, let's light them up.
These guys are bad guys. I can just tell.
Light them up.
I can't believe it.
Put their number on there. next to call notes.
I'll do it.
Or somewhere, yeah.
I got it.
Who's on the board, Shannon?
No.
'Tis I, the Redbeard.
Did you hear about my Trump? I'm becoming a Trump aficionado when it comes to tact.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear?
Yeah, Stu's told me something about it, and I just want a little clarification. Are you...
I'm going to do it when I come back on the air.
Okay, all right, beautiful.
What's that? Oh, dragon ass? Yeah, it's kind of fun to say. Yesterday, somebody suggested Tantrum Tommy Martini.
No, it's Tommy Tantrum.
Tommy Tantrum.
You know, that won't even fit in that fucking cell, so I don't know what you want, bro. You and your fucking cell formats that you can't change.
What are you talking about?
That's what I'm talking about.
No, what though? The number.
I can't put the name in well, here, you fix it. There it is, right there.
Well, it looks like you got it.
All I see is 720. I don't see the rest.
I see the whole thing.
Okay.
I see the whole thing too, moron.
All right, good.
I see the whole thing too.
Yeah, fuck all of you. Fuck you, and fuck you.
You're cool. You're cool.
Tommy Tantrum.
Yeah. Damn it.
Tommy Martini.
Yeah.
Remember when he used to order that pussy drink from fucking Starbucks?
Oh, a breve latte.
A breve latte up neat with fucking this and that and a little bit of that and a paper straw.
Listen,
and a tampon.
Listen, a quad grande sugar-free vanilla breve latte.
Oh, God.
With a tampon.
With a tampon.
That's got too many names. What the hell, man?
I know. It's like he made it up. It's like a Saturday Night Live skit.
That's funny. Sorry to keep you waiting. What is your first name? Calvin, in a sentence or less. What did you want to talk to Tom?
Why don't we start nicknaming callers? Like,
okay.
You know, whiny piece of shit or dumb fucker or, you know, something we can say, though. I bet that wouldn't go over too well, would it? Can't believe you fucking did that, John.
Tim the Idiot.
Yeah. Loony Larry. Dumbass Dave.
20 seconds, guys.
$18.99.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. 630 K-How, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, GarageMagic.com for your garage floors. Yeah, they're not going to do them today. But anyway, get in during they have breaks in the weather. They can do your floors, your patios, pool decks, your sidewalks. Anyway, GarageMagic.com, lifetime warranty. Okay, listen. We have a problem with Lakewood Collision. Mark called over there just to try to see what was going on. We have, very unusual, we have 2 complaints about Lakewood Collision, paying money up front, getting nothing in return. Well, what do you call that when people take money up front and do nothing?
I call it theft.
They should at least talk to the people, but apparently they don't think they have to.
No, in fact, the woman was quite the ass, to put it very frankly. I called up. I was very nice. You know my demeanor. And she just simply hung up.
Okay.
Let me tell you the number I called, by the way.
Okay. Lakewood Collision, by the way, folks, beware. Do not take your cars to Lakewood Collision until we fully investigate
well,
this.
Wait a second. Let's not go that far. If you want to take it and have it sit there for 8-9 months and have nothing done to it, and they cash your insurance check, then I would take it there.
Okay. Lakewood Collision, Auto Body. What's that number, Mark?
720-475-1128. And, you know, be nice. We tell folks this all the time. Just give them a call and basically say, hey, when are you going to finish the cars? You already cashed the check. The one guy's car's been there since March. The other lady we're trying to figure out, but it's the same story.
Here's my theory on phone calls. Companies spend lots of money trying to get reviews.
That's right.
So we're giving them free reviews live. So
plus we're giving them genuine feedback.
Genuine feedback, which is better than a review because they can talk to the person right on the phone at 720-475-1128. 720-475-1128. Lakewood Collision Auto Body. There's something amiss.
It's never good when we get completely ghosted like that. In all honesty, I was very nice. I called up and I said, hey, it's Mark Major from the Tom Martino Show. We have 2 callers on right now, which is kind of crazy, and they both basically have the same problem. One guy, and they gave his name, his car's been there since March. The check's been cashed, but you guys haven't touched it.
All right, I'm going to start doing my Trump nicknames. You know, I'm adopting that malignant, narcissistic description of people from now on. If I don't like them, they get names, or if I think they're the least bit in competition with me, they get names.
Okay, Tommy Tantrum.
Or if they're my colleagues and I simply want to elevate myself, they get names. Lakewood Collision, I'm going to call Lakewood Collusion, Insurance Collusion. Let's call, and as you know, the guy that precedes me thinks he's pretty hot stuff on the radio. I'm going to call him Michael Brownout, because it's kind of like right there, not complete blackout, but it's a brownout. And then his producer, his board op there, Dragon Ass. Then we're followed by...
Wait. Dragon Ass?
You know, like you're dragging ass.
Like you don't move, you don't do anything.
Not as I'm an ass, but as I'm slow.
Like dragging your ass.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah.
Okay, now, and the guy that follows me is Leland Conman. Then in the afternoon, we have Dan Hapless. And then I have Mark Mayhem at the controls. And Sue's Snoozy Snooze.
Sue's the Snooze.
Or the Schmooze. Sue's the Schmooze. How about Schmooze, Tom?
Sue's the Snooze. And then, I don't know, who else we got? Deputy Dollar, we got to come up with something.
What about Smelly Kelly?
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. And then Deputy Doc and Deputy Smarty, all those I got to come up with. But I'm going to come up with Trump names. And by the way, if you want a Trump name for me or a Trump name for anyone, you can do it. From now on, it's Trump names. By the way, Stan, the HOA man, wants to talk about something going on tonight. Stan is a guy who took it upon himself to, once he was screwed, to do an HOA forum where he goes out and informs people about HOAs. And I guess you're having a meeting because you're upset with something, Stan. What's going on?
Well, the HOA homeowners in the Littleton area asked us to conduct a town hall meeting, which is going to be conducted this evening in Littleton at what they call the Bemis Public Library. The brochure is on our website homepage. It starts at 5:30, and there's a extended question and answer session.
Well, what's the issue?
Your problems, and we will discuss them as well as educate you on HOA governance. And Tom, while I'm on here, I know you're familiar with the Green Valley Ranch foreclosure mess out there. they had an extraordinary number of foreclosures.
Yeah, for stupid little things.
Well, what we don't know is the conclusions, and we wrote a white paper on this, if you will, did our own study, talked to homeowners, got documents. What happened was there was a House Bill 221137 passed in response to this. One good thing, you can't foreclose on fines alone anymore, period.
Wait,
And
you can't what?
You cannot foreclose on a home due to unpaid fines.
Wow.
Well, wait a minute. So if I paint my house bright pink and they fine me, can I still keep my house bright pink and they can never foreclose?
Well, they could still fine you.
Yeah, I get
that
it.
Cannot lead to they cannot lead to foreclosure.
I don't know if I like it,
Now,
Tom, but maybe.
Hold on. Does it become a super lien still?
Now we're getting into the meat of it. That needs correction. No, it does not. You cannot. Super liens are with foreclosures, and if it's based on fines alone, no, there's no super lien. There's no foreclosure. Period.
So what do now? To Mark's point, because I know he likes just taking the opposite side.
No, that's it. Imagine a neighbor. You're in Highlands
Mark,
Ranch, and the guy's got 75 junk cars.
Mark, I get it. That's why we're talking about this. What would they have? Let's say a legit HOA wants to really, get someone to correct a terrible situation. If they can't foreclose? What can they do?
Go to court.
And they get a judgment?
That's correct. And that is the route right now. There's good and bad of it. Don't have to have time to explain. But that's the 8%, and they also cap interest charges on debt through the HOA for 8%. That was in the bill. However,
good.
Here's what still goes on. You touched on one of the things driving me nuts for 7 years. Non-judicial HOA foreclosures can sell your home at a fraction, and I mean a fraction of the market value, and you lose your equity.
So, Mark, what Stan is saying is the non-judicial foreclosure, it really did not take much for an HOA to own your house.
I know.
And sell it at a big profit. Now they'd have to go to court and get a judgment, but then I assume they can foreclose on the judgment.
Well, they can foreclose on your
the judgment after they go to court.
Yeah, you got to go through court.
Right.
But they do a non-judicial foreclosure and have an auction in which.
No, I understand that. That's what they're doing now. But didn't this law, this House bill would outlaw that, right?
No, it would not.
It would not. What would it
do? It wouldn't do anything for selling your home at a fire sale. We had this. We pushed this, and the damn thing was taken out of there.
Okay, so what you're telling me, Stan, I thought you said that the state did pass something to help homeowners. You're saying now they did not.
The two things that are important. You can't foreclose on fines alone, period. But you can foreclose on HOA debt, okay? And if they don't,
what does that mean? What does that mean, Stan?
Your HOA dues?
Okay, if you owe the HOA assessments that are 6 months or more behind, they can foreclose on your home.
Got it.
Okay. Now, in that foreclosure, you touched on the hot button issue in a few states. And at that foreclosure, your $400,000 home could be sold for $50,000. You are totally screwed. That's what happened in part at Green Valley Ranch. We had reform in this bill that you couldn't do that. It was all stripped out, of course. And we're still stuck with the main problems out of Green Valley Ranch. By the way, when people make contentions about what happened at Green Valley Ranch, how many, why they were foreclosed, did they get notification, none of that has ever been known, period. We proved that in our study. It was all, let me just say, word of mouth. Did it happen? Probably. But there is no evidence on the types of foreclosures in Green Valley Ranch. But we do know one thing. It's been a hell of a problem, and people lost their homes out there.
Okay,
So,
now,
and
let me
lost
get this
their
straight
equity.
then.
So,
Right now, though, let me get it straight because I think people
sir.
are confused, and because I know I was. If you owe dues to the HOA or assessments for improvements, you can be foreclosed on if you do not pay them.
For 6
However,
months.
Yes.
if they fine you for something like the wrong colored drapes or leaving your trash can out or something, they cannot foreclose on fines only.
That is correct. They have to go to court and get a judgment to get that collection, but it can't be a foreclosure, period.
Wait a
Okay,
minute. So if they
got
go
it.
to court and get the judgment, they still can't foreclose.
Not
Well,
on
if
fines.
you get a judgment, at that point, probably there's no reason to foreclose because the ultimate goal is to collect. And
Yeah, but
it would be a moot point.
Here's the thing, though. If people want to find out more, and you have all the notices on your website, what's your website there, Stan?
Colorado, HOA Forum, FORUM.com, and just go to the home page and it's got all the
All right,
links to
Colorado
everything.
HOA Forum. And you know what? This is all voluntary for him. He works his ass off trying to keep people informed of bad HOAs. I'm Tom Martino. More coming up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Ice and snow on the roads throughout the Denver metro and plenty of drama to boot for the 10 o'clock hour. North of downtown, I-25 northbound at I-76, we've got a crash with 2 right lanes blocked. Stop-and-go traffic back from 58th and about 2 minutes of delays. At the same area, I-76 westbound, we've got a crash on the off-ramp to I-25. Significant delays around the area. I-270 westbound seeing nearly stopped traffic between I-70 and I-25, Fox 31, pinpoint weather, scattered snow showers throughout the day, of course, with a high of 27 degrees this afternoon. Freezing temperatures with a low of 8 tonight. The current temperature in Denver is 24 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Right now at Wendy's, enjoy the $3 breakfast deal. Choose between the bacon or sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant, and get a small seasoned potatoes for just $3. Because behind every great Wendy's deal is an even greater breakfast. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Do you know what you can do at home in the snow? Well, you can get a free stem cell consultation with an MD if you call to schedule. Real stem cell therapy from Denver Regenerative Medicine. 833-STEM-GEN. One of the few clinics doing real stem cell therapy, a 3-hour session where they extract stem cells from you and re-inject them into troubled areas as an alternative to painful surgeries, to regrow tendons and cartilage, and just to help the joints heal. If you think you might be a candidate, they would love to talk to you. They've been doing it 10 years, and they'll be straight with you on the results they've had with your cases. Call to schedule your talk to a doctor, 833-STEM-GEN. Online, denverregen.com. By now you know that interest rates are about 6.5, and you might be thinking that's cost prohibitive. Not necessarily. If you're getting a reverse loan, there is a possibility that you could eliminate your house payment. For sure. Just that, right? Or an emergency line of credit. Now, if rates go down, you can always take that same reverse and increase the amount you can borrow. It's a refi. People do it. So don't sit still if that house payment is killing you or if you need to access your equity. Call EmpowerReverse.com and get information on your reverse loan. Free information, no obligation, 720-500-7719, 720-500-7719.
I still don't understand what the hell he was saying, do you?
I don't know. He
So
said,
if you still can't foreclose, so I go back to what I said. If someone's got, a fucking trash, a trash heap in front of their house, I guess it can just stay forever?
no. He said You can go to court and get a judgment.
But you still can't foreclose.
No, that's not true. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Because I'm telling
and
you.
he's willing to hold, guys. But listen, what are we doing with this Derek Lakewood Collision?
Let's light him up again, actually.
No, Derek. Okay, with Derek.
I didn't know if you were done because I was on the phone.
Well, give it to the same person we gave Mary to. There's not much we can do until we.
Well, Dollar, I thought you just wanted him to interpret the problem and let us know what was going on.
I did, but.
I think the problem's going to be the exact same fucking problem.
I know it is.
Also, line 3 is a really good call.
Line 3. Ask Stan to hang on.
He wants to. He's willing to hold on until past 11.
Then I'm going to go to some other calls.
Okay. James.
Pelosi is gone. Good riddance.
Yeah, if nothing else happened, that did.
I will not seek re-election. She's got to stay home and guard her husband. Hey, that's really weird. Have you been keeping track of that shit? I thought it was all bullshit, the NBC stuff. They said they pulled it down. The police report is fucking crazy. The cops came to the door, and he just walked up like nothing was going on and answered it. And then turned around. I mean, it's fucking crazy. It's exactly what they initially reported, but then they pulled it saying it was fake news, but now we find out that's the actual police report. What do you think's going on with that, Dragon?
What did they say happened?
Now, supposedly, the police showed up.
So outrageous?
And then, the police were like, hey, what's going on? So then Pelosi backs away towards the guy who's naked as well, and then they all kind of sit down and have a conversation and try and figure out, hey, what the heck happened here? And the crazy guy goes, oh, we're all fine. Then he tries to go hit Pelosi. So it's who knows? I mean, Nancy just needs to be by his side and say, it's okay to be gay.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
It's okay to be what?
Gay. I mean, let's not forget, he got pulled over drunk.
Oh, was he drunk?
With a guy in the car, too.
No, wait, do you think he was there with, it was a lover's spat?
It could have been, yeah.
It's crazy,
Because the attack did not happen until after the police showed up.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
No, and NBC reported this all, but then they pulled it down themselves.
Mark, do you have a link to that police report?
Just go to Fox News, man. It's like front story.
So
I'm sorry, most of us don't get all our news from MSNBC.
When does her term expire?
I don't know.
Well, it looked like I wasn't listening to Fox News here in a second, but it looks like she was either stepping down or just not doing another term.
No, she's not rerunning.
She will not seek re-election.
But they also put down there that she's stepping down. So
well, she's probably
as
stepping
speaker.
down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, stepping down as gotcha. Okay.
Stepping down as head lady. It's so crazy, man. And then that explains a lot why the cops didn't show up or anything. He probably got himself into a little too deep.
At khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, so we are going to talk about Lakewood Collision later on. We just want people to please let Lakewood Collision know what you think of them. That number is now down. It was up there, and now it's down. Doggone it. Did somebody erase that number, by the way? I'd like to put it back up for Lakewood Collision to let them know what you think. Apparently taking money from consumers and not doing the work.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
720
Yeah.
475 1128. 720 475 1128, or you can check them out at sleazbrigade.com.
Are we going to put them on Sleaze Brigade?
Well, if we can get through to them, I mean, they might have another side of the story, but for me to call and just ask them,
yeah,
and they hang up?
Yeah, they hung up. Now, by the way,
And
they don't have to come on the air.
2 calls in one day? What are the chances of 2 calls from the same little business in one day?
I know. There's something wrong for sure. So, now let's talk to Jamie about his new Ford Bronco. I said Jamie? Did I say Jamie about... Oh,
yeah,
her
you just said he. I was just saying it's a
I'm
she.
sorry, I got the pronoun wrong. Sorry about that.
Oh,
Let's
no worries.
talk.
Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, Jamie, what's happening?
Yeah, so I have one of the new Ford Broncos. It's not the sport model. It's one of the bigger ones.
Oh, I love those.
I have a love-hate relationship with it.
Why?
So it's one of the soft tops, and I've had it. I was one of the first ones to get one. I've had it for about 14 months now already. And in July, we were down in Ouray, and there was a rainstorm, and it rained for about 30 minutes. So it had some rain that pooled on the top, and I went and I got the rain off as soon as I could. And the bar across the back that holds the canvas up snapped. And
snapped from the weight?
From the weight of the rain for 30 minutes.
I bet
rain
it was
on it.
wind that snapped it, not the rain.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, is it going to be fixed? Hold on. Is it going to be fixed under warranty?
No.
That's an act of God. That would be covered by your insurance.
It could be, but hold on. I would say that's a defect.
A
That's
defect?
Unless it was the wind. Did the wind snap it?
No, it wasn't even that big of a storm, honestly. So Ford pushed back. So you would think it would be a small part. It's not. It's the whole $13,000 top has to be replaced.
Come on,
It's
man.
not
Okay,
yeah.
now that is insurance if the rain did it, though. Then it is comprehensive.
So I went to my insurance. Ford sent it in. Again, I think as soon as it snows, they're going to get every single one of these back because it's just a thin little piece of plastic, and it's supposed to be a rugged outdoor vehicle. So I went to insurance. Ford, the only place I can get it fixed is Ford. Insurance will only cover $58 worth of labor.
No, hold on,
Jamie.
Jamie.
58 an hour.
58 an hour. Sorry, 58 an hour. Yep.
Okay, so what does that leave you with?
Groove Ford will charge $220. They will only come down to $180 and are leaving me to pay the difference.
We got to ask Compass then. I mean, if the only place that can do it is dealerships, and you get estimate from 3 dealerships, and they're all the same amount, what the hell do you do?
Well, hold on now.
Ford is telling me that they're the only ones that are going to be able to do it.
Why, Jamie? Why?
I'm not sure if it's.
Well, I don't believe that. I don't believe.
New.
Hold on. I don't believe it. I believe Michael could do it. I believe. Mark, do you really believe only a dealer could do this?
They might only be able to get the part, but this is kind of interesting. This is kind of an issue. I've never heard of it before, but it says this is Motor Trend. Ford Bronco hardtop problems worsen. Roof replacements. Production is stopped. This is going back almost a year, though.
But this is a soft top, right?
Yeah, they had to recall all of the hard tops, and I honestly will not be surprised if they have to recall all these soft tops. But I feel like I'm just one of the first ones out here figuring out all these problems for them, you know. But
you know what? They're having sudden. If you Google further, listen, I love what Bronco did, bringing back that retro look. But if you go back further, you're going to see, Mark, that they're having engine outages too.
Now here we go too over Bronco's soft top failure in a blizzard. Ford responds to controversy. Oh my God, these pictures are unbelievable. It must have been snowing and they're up at a ski resort. They come out the next day. The top is completely gone and the vehicle's filled with snow and basically ruined.
You know what? I always believe this, and this when Rolly at Purefoy Chevrolet, he used to take on Chevrolet when he thought something should be covered. If you go to another Ford dealer, I'm wondering if they can intercede for you, or at least you can get a better deal, or we should call Michael. It's Michael. Isn't the name of his place Michael's?
Yeah, Michael's Auto Body, and his name, of course, is Michael.
In Castle Rock. I'm sure he can do it. And they can't tell you he can't do it. They're not allowed. And if they are not covering under warranty, you can go anywhere you want. And now buy the part and put it on. And what did they give you as a bid for that?
$13,000 for the part and roughly $1,200.
Well, okay, Tom,
for
that's
labor.
the whole deal. They are the only ones that can do it. The top, it's $13,000 for the part.
Well, why are they the only ones, Mark? Why?
Oh, I'm saying they're going to have to buy the part from Ford. It's going to be $13,000. Then I guarantee Michaels could install it.
Her insurance is not disputing the cost of the part.
Well, then how much is the labor difference? 58 to what? What's the total amount of difference?
It's roughly $600.
But you know what? Okay.
Hold on.
Deal.
Okay, it's a much smaller problem than I thought. If there's only a difference of $600, and there is no deductible, right? With comprehensive.
There is, yeah. So I'm looking at around $1,200 total.
All right, hold on. I want to get Compass on 303-713-8255.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Lots of unhappy drivers this morning waking up to that snow and ice. Plenty of drama as we hit that 11 o'clock hour. I-25 northbound at I-76. We've got a crash with 2 right lanes blocked. Significant stop and go back from 58th. On the west end of town, 6th Avenue westbound just before Indiana Street, a brand new accident with congestion back from Union Boulevard. About 6 minutes of delays. And over on the northeast end, I-270 westbound, a crash at Vasquez with stop and go from I-70. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, scattered snow showers today. Of course, it's a cold one with a high of 27 this afternoon. Freezing tonight, overnight low of 8 degrees. The current temperature in Denver is 24. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Right now at Wendy's, enjoy the $3 breakfast deal. Choose between the bacon or sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant, and get a small seasoned potatoes for just $3. Because behind every great Wendy's deal is an even greater breakfast. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
I, honest to God, love my clients. I really do. Like the people over at Integra Insurance. Do you realize this applies to everyone? No one should not call this number. There is no one. Everyone needs their service to find health insurance at the best prices and the best elements for you. Open enrollment now. Don't ever try to do it alone. They make health insurance simple and smart. They will save you money. They're officially approved by Connect for Health Colorado, certified brokers, an open enrollment center, plus they can go on and off the exchange. Please don't make the mistake. Call them, 303-466-5500, 466-5500, IntegraInsurance.com. And speaking of loving clients, this new client already rave reviews from the sale to the installation of all your window coverings. They are a local business, family owned and operated, full service featuring in-house full-time installation team. You know what? They have great prices, too. Better than some of the do-it-yourself places for shades, room darkeners, shutters, high-tech indoor and outdoor rolling shades. Why don't you call them and get the best service, the best products, sometimes lifetime warranties on these products. 720-458-6566, 720-458-6566, or Google Made in the Shade. All right. Now, you got your window coverings, right? You got your health insurance. Now let's talk about countertops. We all love granite, but the art of granite does more than granite. Now, they do any natural stone. They're direct stone importers. They also do man-made materials, and they do cabinets. I love the way they do business. They charge wholesale on materials, tear out and hallways free on those countertops, and they do the bathroom vanity free when you have the kitchen done. And here's the best part. They will give you a price on the phone. All you have to do is call theartofgranite.com to get your price. They're proud of their prices. 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919.
Yeah, and then there's a little, a cubby that pulls out with stuff in it.
Hang on just a second.
Oh, interesting. I I don't know. When you kill the battery, period, yeah. Yeah, there's got to be a switch for that. That's interesting, but you're saying the light itself doesn't have a switch on it. Oh, that's probably what it is. So when you open the door up, it's probably supposed to trigger.
Why is our
light.
feed wrong? I don't. My live stream has somebody in the studio who's not in there today.
Yeah. I wonder if. How would you just disconnect that light?
Okay, I might have had. I don't know why. I might have had the wrong day up.
Light, I mean, with the batteries.
I was.
The batteries are in good shape.
No, I don't think it was even yesterday. It was some. No.
Yeah, but that's going to be running off. Those.
There we are. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, look at how beautiful you are in your shirt.
Hey, you like my sweater?
Yeah.
My wife dresses me.
She does a fantastic job.
Those look all good. They checked out good.
That's that old joke. I wear the pants in the family. I just let her tell me which ones.
Oh, I love that one.
Or no, I'm sorry, the other one. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. No, I dig. And then do me one more favor. Make sure all the tire pressure is good. Okay, that sounds great, man. Yep. And then when do you want me to grab it? I'm definitely not grabbing it in the snow tomorrow, so. Okay. Yeah. Cool. That'd be great. And it's staying warm. That's my biggest thing right now. Cool. All right. Thanks, man. I'll see you guys probably Monday. Hey, you too. Bye. I can go get my coach. We can go to Breckenridge.
Is it done?
Yeah, they just finished it, man. They did a great job. I got to go see it, but it sounds really good.
Was it expensive?
I have no idea yet. The whole fucking thing's expensive, you know. You know this shit.
God.
20 seconds.
Treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-8255. I want to talk to Jeremy at Compass Insurance Group. Jeremy.
Hey, Tom.
A couple Ford Broncos, Jeremy, have had problems with weight of snow and weight of rain, and snap the back bracket. The top has to be replaced. It's like $12,000 or more. And, what I'd like to know is with comprehensive insurance like this, would they actually look to subrogate from the manufacturer?
They could. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know if they would. I mean, their obligation is to pay the insured because that is a comprehensive claim. If it became so problematic that they felt it was worth subrogating, they absolutely could look into that.
Because it's looking like a design flaw or something, because it's happening and happening and happening, and you would think insurance companies would get tired of paying that.
Absolutely, yeah. And the weight of the snow, that is covered under comprehensive, so they don't necessarily get an out because of the design flaw, but yeah, it's not going to be an open checkbook to just.
Jamie said it was hard. There was hardly any water there. Jamie, she's going to be out of pocket about $600.
$1,200 total.
Oh, $1,200,
and then the extra labor to cover.
$1,200. Now, Jeremy, have you ever heard insurance saying we're only going to pay $58 an hour for labor when none of the shops charge that?
Yeah, that's a little unique. And the labor costs, there is a bit of a back and forth between body shops and insurance companies right now because it's a moving target. And I have seen a few where insurance is saying this is excessive and the body shop saying this is the current rate. So I think the best strategy for that is to try and get multiple bids. And if they're all coming in at the same number, then that's what you go back to.
Yeah, that's what I was
to the
thinking,
insurance
Jamie.
company.
We fight your insurance company.
Suze, do you hear that? Our bus is ready.
It's ready now? Or we're not going to get it, are we?
No, not. I mean, weather permitting Monday. I'm not even attempting to fuck around. I want to get Excel cleaning out to do a full fucking cleaning.
Me?
What?
Is he not there now?
Thomas. He's probably ordering
I'm here.
pizza.
What?
Are you done with Jeremy with Compass, or you want to go back to him? I know we got cut off.
No, I think we're fine.
Okay, Jeremy, thanks so much for your time as usual. You too, bye. What do you want Jamie to do?
Okay,
The
with
caller.
Jamie.
Oh.
I'm going to kiss her off. I'm going to finish it.
Hey, can you...
Hang on, we're going to finish up with you right after the break.
Can you patch our Jamie in with us during this break? Shannon can. I mean, I know you drag ass, but...
What do you mean? Oh.
Hey, Jamie.
Yep.
Oh, no, that's wrong, Jamie. No. We
Hold on,
meant our
Jamie.
guest. Sorry, Jamie. Sorry, we have a guest named Jamie by phone today. We were trying to pipe him in during the break so he could chit-chat at us. Hang on a minute.
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah, what's up?
What's going on, man? You can talk to us now while we're off.
Just doing some research and listening to you guys.
I heard you were whining that there's too much snow, but yet you live in Evergreen. That's a little strange.
Well, I mean, COVID, everyone says that all the negative things about COVID. There's actually some good things. This ability to work remotely is pretty nice. So I
That
can
is
wear my
nice.
shorts and slippers. And
It's just like
talk to
Tom.
you guys. Yeah.
It's funny, you never see Tom from the waist down, kind of like that CNN guy, Tubin.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, listen, when at 8 o'clock this morning, I mean, the snow wasn't supposed to hit until like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And we already had 3 inches on the ground. So
that's great.
And thinking about that 100-car pileup a couple of weeks ago, he said, if you guys will let me, I'll just dial in.
You're going to have a ton of snow probably overnight, too.
Probably.
We're looking at 8
I don't
inches.
have a snowblower, so my wife wants me to exercise the winter fat off by donning the snow shovel.
I got a tractor. I got to put the snow thrower on it, but I got Suzanne. I send her out there with a shovel. Say, hit it. Get your ass moving, girl.
Yeah, I think my wife would slap me around a little bit if I did
you
that.
got to have upper hand in a marriage.
Oh, my God.
You got to have hand. Once you lose the hand, you got nothing.
I
Don't
think I
ever let
lost
them
that
get hand.
before I got married.
Mark, where is the police report?
What police report?
On Pelosi.
report.
Oh, they haven't released the actual report.
Well, where's the story about it?
It was on Fox. Let me find it for you. I'll send it to you.
NBC had it for a while, but they took it down.
I know. NBC took it down. It's all based right from the police report.
What is Tom's Trump name now?
Tommy Tantrum.
Tommy Tantrum.
We've all heard his tantrums.
I love it.
Order a
That's
pizza
good.
without pepperoni and step back. No extra cheese.
That's funny.
Let's see, Pelosi.
Oh, goodness. Mark, on that necklace, Costco sent a check for your refund.
Oh, that's cool.
I thought they refunded our credit card for that.
It's probably too old. Costco got the best
Or at least-
return policy
At
I've
least that's
ever imagined.
why I assume we got a check.
Do you have the new one on?
Yeah.
Look at that necklace she has, Dragon. See how in the middle there's a tree with little diamonds?
So I've worn it every day for the last year, and then a month or so ago, I woke up and the tree was gone out of the heart.
The tree broke with the diamonds and fell. I had the audacity to walk into Costco and say, hey, this thing's broke.
They said, we have to send it to the repair. Do you have the tree? We're like, no.
They're like, do you have the diamonds? No. And they sent it off to wherever. And then, I'm thinking, okay, there goes that. But sure enough, Costco fucking calls and says, hey, we can't fix it. We're going to refund you.
What the hell? Wow.
Yeah, can you believe it?
And I got it last Christmas, a year ago.
The only thing better than that, when we were young and broke as shit, I bought some sneakers at Walmart.
Like 7 different pairs.
And about 10 months later, after I wore them to complete, the sole's gone.
He didn't pay for shoes for 2 years.
Walmart took them right back. No box, just this old pair of shoes.
Just an old pair of beat-up shoes.
And gave me whatever, my $12 I spent on them, and I bought another pair.
Huh. All right, then.
They caught on to him pretty quick, like after the 5th return. They were like, eh.
Yeah, 2.5 years later.
Right, that's not pretty quick. That's long enough.
I love that Costco, though. My God, they'll take anything back.
I wonder if you bought a car through them.
No.
If you could take that back.
No,
or...
same with that stuff up front, like the dishwashers and all that's completely different.
Tires.
Electronics. Tires would be interesting.
Their electronics is still pretty good, but it's like 90 days. It used to be kind of like your necklace, to where you could have a TV for like 2 or 3 years and then take it back, and they would take it.
Yep.
But now
not
it's
in
90 days.
the days of getting a free TV upgrade are gone, Jamie.
Hey, Tom, can you finish up with that line 3, Jamie? She has to get to work.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Tom, did you get Jamie's email on different bullet points today?
Yep.
Cool.
Bullet points or sale items?
Sale items.
And Tommy, you're coming in for ribs tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't miss that.
You got to bring your own, bro.
No.
I don't make ribs.
Oh.
Don't worry about it, Tommy.
Costco.
Sure
I mean, I don't think I ever tried.
Well, you got to have a smoker. Well, you don't have to, but you should.
Who are you competing with?
Dave Porter and Kevin.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do, Porter.
Kevin Calkin makes ribs?
Oh, yeah. God, yeah. He's big time
He's
smoker.
a master smoker.
And what does the winner get?
20 seconds, guys.
Cred.
The winner or loser gets to buy me dinner.
That's nice.
And bask in your glory, Tom.
Okay, here we
Website, cash. That's cash. Enter it now at khow.com. Inflation salvation on 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. I am so happy to be with you on this snowy day. Doesn't it feel great? This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Simply the best when it comes to analyzing your property, predicting what he can get for it based on his real true facts, and it's totally complimentary to find out about your house and the sale. He can even go and talk about what you could possibly buy with proceeds if you're looking to buy. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Okay, so Jamie, here's what we've discussed. I've gotten some texts as well, other people having the same problem. This looks like a Ford problem. However, Ford is refusing warranty work, and I think this is a temporary situation. Now, you have a number of ways to go after talking to Compass Insurance and looking at some of these texts. First and foremost, you need to prove you can dispute the amount they're going to pay for labor if you can show that most places will charge more than that. And to get them, and to really be accurate, you should go and get a body shop like Michael's Body Shop in Castle Rock. They're worth the drive. They're great people. And Michael's Auto Body, I believe. And just see what they would charge to install that, or what hourly rate. If you can show the hourly rate all over is over $50 to $8 an hour, and your insurance is only willing to pay $58 an hour, I would call that bad faith. I would tell them you have to pay the going rate. That's number one. Number two, you could do this. You could do out of pocket for the difference, the $1,200. You would have it fixed, and then I would go after, personally, for that out-of-pocket Ford. I would literally sue them in small claims court for the difference, saying that you were damaged as a result of a design flaw. That's your second tack. Your third could be to just fight to get the warranty to cover it, and we could start there with one of our deputies. In fact, we can do that concurrently with other things you're doing. And I would give this to Deputy Smarty Pants, because if he can show, and he's good at research, that other people are having similar problems, Ford's got to address this. They do. They have to address it. So you have...
Hey,
yes.
Tom, what happens if, this gets fixed? I don't care who does it, the dealer, whatever. And let's say the guy doesn't have to, or the gal doesn't even have to come out of pocket, but then they do have a recall in 6 months. What would happen then? Does the insurance get reimbursed?
Here's what would happen. They would not voluntarily pay out, but the insurance people, believe me, they scour the internet and the manufacturers for recalls, and they go and subrogate for
Got it.
So, Jamie, you can do it and sue Ford for the $1,200. You could go to Michael's Auto Body and some other places and find out about the $58 an hour being too little, and then fight with your insurance company to pay more. It is negotiable. Or third, we could fight for the warranty repair with Deputy Smarty Pants. I would do any one of the three, or all of them at the same time. 303-713. Yes, Jamie?
I think that we should fight for the warranty repair, because I think it's a defect.
Okay, let's get Deputy Smarty Pants to start that, just for grins. Let's do that right now. Other than that, do you like your Bronco?
Yes. Other than that, it's been great. It's the Badlands package, and I totally recommend it.
What color?
It's the Area 51 blue.
Oh, I love that color. Gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty
They're
great.
cool looking.
Now, wait a second. It rains a little bit. You have a $13,000 part, and you're recommending the vehicle.
I know. I
Mark,
love-hate. I have a love-hate.
Mark, if they get that, obviously, we don't like that problem. I don't know what is happening with the hardtops. They're having problems even with the hardtops. What's that all about?
That was a full-blown recall.
They're rolling out the hard tops now, so I think they finally got those fixed. And I would definitely, if you buy one, I would go with a hard top for sure.
Now, is yours such that you can make it a convertible?
Yeah, so the top goes down pretty easy.
Wow, that is
it's a
so
soft top
cool.
and it's a convertible, so it was.
I
a lot
love
of fun
that.
in the
I
summer.
love that retro look. All right, thank you very much. Let's go to Stan, the HOA man. Now, Stan, he came on the air to talk about some good things about the HOAs that were passed by the House or by the state. One is they can't foreclose on a house due to fines. Now, that's a technicality. They have to go to court and get a judgment first. Now, they get a judgment. What they do with that judgment could end up in a foreclosure. But they can't go to a non-judicial foreclosure just because you have a bunch of outstanding fines. However, if you owe dues, they can foreclose on your house for dues, past dues. Now, he also wanted to talk about something else, which is very important, and dealing with HOAs. Stan, I never thought of this, but the Marshall fires you want to talk about, and somebody else brought that up the other day about what do I do with my HOA if the HOA is doing nothing?
Right. We have a two-step approach we're going to be suggesting. And first of all, a lot of this has to do with information concerning loss assessment insurance. I understand it's not that costly, give you an example. Marshall Fire, we had several residents call us and say, we just got hit with a $30,000 to $50,000 special assessment. I said, tell me about it. It is paying for, it was just devastating up there financially and emotionally, of course. And the HOA has a certain deductible. And to pay for that deductible, they will use either reserve funds or make a special assessment.
Right.
And in this case, these people said, what the heck is this? And it was all legal, no problem. Like my roof was repaired here. We had a special assessment.
Right.
If I would have had loss assessment insurance, or say it another way, considerations to pay for my share or mostly my share of the deductible of the HOA, I could have avoided, in my case, a couple grand.
You're right.
There, they could have. So I think there's a need for HOAs to explain their deductible and the result of a disaster could have on them getting a special assessment. And
but don't they already do that when you close in the documents?
No.
Well, Tom.
No.
And you and I know the way real estate closings are done. It's slammed right down your throat, and don't worry about it.
But I want to make some things very clear right now.
Yes,
if
sir.
you are closing on a condo or a townhome or anywhere where there are common areas maintained by an HOA, and they have an insurance event, a casualty loss, that is where loss assessment assessment coverage comes in for insurance, and Compass Insurance Group does a lot of that. They will write you a policy that will cover your assessment if, now listen, this is careful, if the underlying assessment is for an insurance or casualty loss. If the underlying assessment is for normal maintenance, like they're going to repave the driveway or something else, it will not cover those assessments.
Yes. Right. Call it disaster insurance. Call it whatever we want.
Right.
I think homeowners should sit down with their agent and discuss this to mitigate their financial shock. And that would be a good thing. And also HOA should be required to apprise all homeowners at least once a year of the details of this ramifications. So that just being said, the Marshall Fire brings up another issue with HOAs. And disaster planning, by the way, is another thing we suggest. It's not expensive to do. Very simplistic, if you will, or detailed. Disaster planning. In the event of this, here's what you do. And it talks about all this stuff and how to recover, people in charge, and who to contact and all that. That stuff is not available in Marshall Fire HOAs. It would have helped them because I'm talking to homeowners say, now what the hell do we do?
No, you're right. You're right. The whole thing is a mess. And I don't know, are HOAs still collecting? Are they still collecting for dues?
Yes. From the people we talk to, yes. And there's nothing illegal about it, but I know what you're getting at. But I tell you what happened. These HOAs had no reserve funds to even help out. Now they do need those funds, and it should be required to have a reserve fund of some sort. Where they don't even have to have a reserve fund right now. That was addressed last legislative session in a haphazard way, to put it nice. It needs to be in the law.
But don't they?
People are. That's why communities go, into the tank.
Aren't people going to be
like
upset
crap.
that they've got to have
no
a
financial
special
planning.
assessment for that? For a reserve fund?
They use that assessment, that deductible assessment, and going forward to try to replenish a reserve fund that they should have had in the first place. So they'll get the special assessment to do the deductible, and if there's good financial planning, the assessment, your monthly dues, will start reflecting the replenishment of a reserve fund they should have had all the time. So there's all types of things in the Marshall Fire that can be learned from and implement.
Well,
it
one
in
of the main
HOAs.
things to be learned, one of the main things is don't be underinsured. You lose your equity. You're done.
Yes.
If you're a lot of those people up there did not have enough insurance, therefore they have just enough to pay off their loan and leave with their tail tucked under their ass, and they have no recourse. All of that equity is out the window.
Exactly. It's a damn
If they
shame.
want to rebuild, they got to come out of pocket. It's ridiculous. But I have to take a break. I really do. I'm Tom Martino with more coming right up on the Troubleshooter Show.
Do you have a car taking up space in your garage? Not enough cash taking up space in your wallet? Then it's time to sell or trade your vehicle to the Sharpest Rides. Hey, I'm Chelsea. No matter the year, make, or mileage, they will buy your car for cash and give you a fair professional appraisal. And with every vehicle sold, the Sharpest Rides will make a donation to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Walk out with cash in your pocket and a change made in the community. Don't have time to go in? Call the Sharpest Rides and ask for DJ for a remote appraisal. Dial 303-934-3410 today.
You know, this kind of weather brings to mind the winter and the catastrophes that can happen in a home. Around Christmas, there are a lot of house fires, and you have broken, frozen pipes. You have flooding from snow flowing down and in. You have a lot of things, a roof caving in from the weight of snow. All of these things are property catastrophes, and I'm telling you, do not be victimized twice. You need a restoration company to mitigate damage, help rebuild, or any part of it. You need American Restoration 24/7. Unfortunately, the remediation and restoration industries, they're corrupt. That's why, even if your insurance is paying, you need the right company because they'll only pay once and you'll be left with a mess. I recommend Rock and his team, American Restoration, with all the EPA certifications. 8337-AM-REST. 8337-AM-REST. Put it away for when you need it, and I hope you never do. Okay, speaking of things you need, well, you need some cash, don't you? You can get it at David Ellis Jewelry. But you know what? Let me just say something else about David Ellis Jewelry. They will buy your used jewelry, estate jewelry, antique jewelry, vintage jewelry. But there's also good news. They sell great stuff, too, coming for the holidays. You can buy stuff there. David Ellis Jewelry, a name we've depended on for years, 3rd and Clayton. That's 303-322-8779. Great prices, great location, great people to deal with. DavidEllisJewelry.com. So, I know the last thing on your mind today is an RV. Not Mark. He's really excited about getting away. That's what RVs are all about, getting away. And do you know that Century RV sells a lot of their RVs in the winter because people want to get away, and they have extraordinary deals. No supply chain issues, no inflated prices, and great trade-in value. Century RV at exit 240 and I-25. The number is 303-453-1111. Okay.
Okie dokie.
Let's hit Lakewood Collision again.
Lakewood Collision.
Those bastards.
They're on a collision path with going out of business.
We're done with Stan, the HOA man.
Man, is that guy into what he does. Holy
you know what, though?
shit.
He's a wealth of information.
He is. He's just so passionate about it. I forget his initial story. How'd he get, what happened?
Well,
Did they foreclose on him?
Screwed. Just screwed.
But
baby,
you remember
screwed.
what it was? Was it a wrong house color? Did he not bring his trash can in?
I don't know, actually. I really don't know. Really don't know.
Whatever happened, they created a monster. How about those water heaters, man? $1,299 installed? Get the fuck out of here. How do you even beat that? And the spot sounded good, by the way.
Thanks. I called him and talked to him to get some information.
Don't you love his accent? I can't wait to have Minnie. Reminds me of Mitch.
No, he's a great guy. No, you can tell he's a great guy. He really is a good guy.
He came over from Russia.
Yeah.
Or no, not Russia, but Bolivia? Bolivia? The fuck is it? Molda? Bolivia. That's a fucking country, isn't it?
He's from Volva.
He's from Volva, which rhymes with Mulva.
I think we're all part of Volva. We all come from there.
We all come from Volva. And it all started with Dolores.
Do you know?
Yes.
That there. Speaking of parts, body parts.
Yeah.
Did you know there is something in the female anatomy called a cul-de-sac?
Like for real, or like a street term?
It's not you wouldn't invite friends and neighbors for a block party, but it is a cul-de-sac.
Cul-de-sac, let's see. There sure is. Female cul-de-sac.
I know it.
What is the female cul-de-sac?
Tom, do you want to mention Stan wanted to know, did you want to talk about some other abusive practices or mention the town hall again, or are you just done?
Well, if he has something, any abusive practices
he
knows of, sure, as long as he can wait.
Yep.
And then we'll mention the town hall again, sure.
It's the space between the rectum and the uterus.
What?
No, that's called
that's
not
something
the
else.
That is the fucking cul-de-sac.
No, it isn't.
Okay, it sure is.
The cul-de-sac is inside.
It's yes, it's the space between the rectum and the uterus.
Advisors, TrajanWealth.com. 630 KHAL, an iHeartRadio station.
I'm Tom Martino, and I'll bet somebody $1 million they could never guess what we talk about during the break.
You're probably right on that one.
Anyway, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Dennis has a gripe about urgent care. And then coming up, you're going to find out how you buy pennies on the dollar CBD products, and then some tests that are going on, some, trials where you get free CBD products from Panacea Life Sciences. Dennis, what's going on with urgent care?
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
I went to an urgent care in Highlands Ranch about 2 months ago, and now they're starting to put a facility fee on top of your charge that insurance doesn't pay for. My medical charges on my bill were about $85. The facility fee was $295.
Welcome to healthcare.
And nowhere was it posted anywhere that there was a facility fee.
Wait a minute. Your insurance is supposed to pay the facility fee.
Well, let's
call Integra. Hold on. This is a good discussion. Okay. And I am so sick and tired of fees, because it's a sneaky way to tax, it's a sneaky way to get money, it's a sneaky way to increase profit, it's a sneaky way to do all kinds of stuff. Now, it was not listed anywhere that attention, all bills, and by the way, is this facility fee one time, so no matter what went on there, you would pay the facility fee?
Yes.
And your medical bill, how much was that?
It was like $85, I believe.
And how do you know your insurance won't pay it?
Well, I talked to them about it already.
And what did they say?
They said that they don't pay a facility fee. And
of course they do.
Blue Cross Blue Shield.
If you went to the emergency room, they would. If you went to the emergency room, they pay a facility fee. If you go to the hospital, they pay a facility fee. So what health insurance do you have?
I have Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Okay. Hold on, and let's find out about this, okay? I am so tired of this crap. I mean, we got to do something about health insurance. We really do. I don't know what the answer is. I know there's somewhere between what the crazy progressives want and what the stingy conservatives want.
Everything I'm reading says many insurance plans do not cover facility fees.
But I've never heard that before, because otherwise we would go broke at an emergency room.
Oh my God! Try getting a flight for life someday.
I don't
go
understand.
broke.
Let's talk to Integra. We got to talk to someone at Integra. 303-713-TALK. Dr. Jamie Baumgarten with Panacea Life Sciences. Someone wants to know more. By the way, I should give out this number more. Speaking of that, you can text me, put Tom somewhere in it so I know it's for me. And that is 57739 is what they call the short code, 57739. Text me. And somebody wants to know, Dr. Jamie, more about the anxiety study, did you say?
Yeah, so one of the reports coming back on CBD that really does help with various types of anxiety. And so we've put together a program to actually take a look at moderate dose CBD and how it will affect a number of patients with respect to anxiety. Now, we call this an open label study because every participant that enrolls will actually know what they're taking. And so that can skew the results, but it's one way we can gain more information about dosing and the exact type of anxiety that this will actually treat, that we can go into randomly controlled clinical trials.
All right, and that is a study with anxiety. Someone asked on that vein, if they're on an antidepressant, they heard they should not use CBD. Can you explain that?
Yeah, I mean, so anytime that somebody is on prescription medications, we always advise that they talk to their healthcare provider to make sure there's not any potential for adverse events. And so with antidepressants, there is a possibility that what could happen when they take CBD is that their antidepressant prescription medication will actually increase in their bloodstream. So it'd be like taking a double dose, if you will, of the antidepressant. And that's the real concern of having too high of prescription drug medication concentration in the blood that could lead to side effects. So the situation when you take a CBD product with a prescription medication is you have the potential to actually have side effects, not from the CBD medication, but because the CBD could actually cause the prescription medication to increase in the body. Does that make sense, Tom?
Yes, yes. So you're saying they should check with their doctor for any prescription med. But as far as the serotonin uptake inhibitors, does it interfere with them?
No, if anything, cannabidiol has actually been shown to increase serotonin in neurons. And actually, through a variety of different mechanisms, CBD has been studied and in the process of being studied for acute depression. And so, if anything, what we're seeing and what we're hypothesizing is that cannabidiol will actually help those that actually suffer from low levels of serotonin.
Very cool. That's Dr. Jamie Baumgarten. By the way, he did tell us about this link I went to for the clearance sale. It's crazy. And if you go to panacealife.com, or you can get there, realcbdthatworks.com. How do you get there from the front page, Jamie? Is it a link?
Go to the home page, it'll actually say.
Oh yeah, it's first thing up, inventory clearance sale.
Yeah, there you go. And then just shop now, and it shows a variety of different products that are at
just to give you an idea.
Prices.
There are some products here I'm seeing that are like a third of the price. And there are some as low as $8. These gummies at $8 a piece, those are the best deal I've ever seen. I got to stock up. I love those gummies, seriously. They're great for travel. If you're getting on an airplane and you want to take the edge off, seriously. realcbdthatworks.com. More coming up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Walgreens.
Despite the wintry weather, roads and freeways are getting back to highway speeds all around the Denver metro. I-25 north and southbound, no complaints into and out of downtown. Heading east to the airport, I-70 eastbound, we are looking at a couple slow pockets of congestion between Peoria and I-225. Leaving DIA, Pena Boulevard southbound, slowdowns between Tower Road and 56th. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, snow showers today, of course, with a high of only 27 degrees in the afternoon. Overnight low of 8. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a little bit sunnier than today with a high of 25. The current temperature in Denver is 23 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Finding the right Medicare plan was no easy feat until I found Walgreens Find Rx coverage. Compare plans online, over the phone, or in person, and find plans with low-cost copays. When you need to talk Medicare, Walgreens is here. Start shopping today at walgreens.com/Medicare.
Testosterone. Did you know? Listen to this. Men start losing testosterone after the age of 35. I'm 50 years old. I started doing testosterone therapy about 4 years ago. And I want to tell you something. It's absolutely amazing. And we're not talking about pills or supplements and these testosterone boosters you see on TV or vitamins. We're talking real testosterone therapy. It'll increase your muscle mass. It'll give you more energy. Much better sleep, and of course a better sex life. You're going to feel younger, stronger, more attractive. There's no downside to it. I want you to call the guys at Denver Regenerative Medicine. These guys can talk to you over the phone or even do a webinar and explain how everything works when it comes to it. They're also the same guys that do real stem cell therapy. 833-STEM-GEN. That's their telephone number, 833-STEM-GEN. Now, it's open enrollment. You know who I use every year to shop for Suzanne and I's health insurance? Integra Insurance. These guys are the best. And there's a lot of people that have been put out this year because Bright Health is gone, and you need to find a new company. You want to call up Integra Insurance. These guys will go over everything that has to do with open enrollment. They are experts on Medicare, and they can do every single thing for you. Give them a call right now, 303-466-5500 or IntegraInsurance.com.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but
Oh, I'm sorry. You said Access 4?
Life-changing results. Before and after pictures at advancedhair.com.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Jamie called, and she was calling, you remember, about her new Ford Bronco. Canvas top, rain pooled, broke, snapped the bracket. It's going to cost $12,000 to replace. Ford says it's not under warranty because it was weight of rain. She says it's happening to others, and it should be covered. Her insurance will only pay $58 an hour for labor. Out of pocket's going to be over $1,000. She says it's not fair. We should get Ford to cover it. I put Deputy Smarty Pants on it. And Smarty Pants said, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get in touch with Ford. And he did. He got in touch with somebody at a dealership who said they're going to look into it, and they believe they could have a solution. So that's a pretty cool thing. That could turn out really good. So Deputy Smarty Pants is on the job. So I want to talk to John Jones with Integra Insurance, Senior John Jones. And hey, John, you make, as I call it, health insurance simple and smart. You help people buy health insurance. You help people compare health insurance. You help them to choose the right value for them. You also help with supplements and on Medicare and regular health insurance. And this question is weird. Dennis says when he went to urgent care, he was charged a facilities fee, which his health insurance will not pay. And is this a new trend in health care? Have you heard about that?
I have heard about it, Tom. In fact, KBDR, we were watching them during the summertime, and it was down at Children's Hospital. It was the first time I had heard of it, where they had gone in with their children, and they had facility charges of up to $800.
And did insurance pay it or not?
No, they do not pay it. So
okay, well, is this now a sneaky way? How did these places get paid before a facilities charge?
See, I've never run into it before. First time I'd ever heard about it was this summer. But what it is it's kind of like, it's an additional fee over and above what the provider is charging that is covered by the insurance carrier to cover their kind of like generic operations. Trying to think of the word that I want to use there.
Well, how about overhead?
Yeah, it could be covering that. And so they're putting this fee on, and the insurance company and the lawmakers are aware of it, and they're looking at it. But right now, the carrier or the companies, the facilities can put this fee on. And it catches people by surprise, just like it caught the person that's calling in right now by surprise. The only thing I can recommend
now, according to this, there was this law passed about transparency in medical billing, where all prices are supposed to be listed or something, and nobody's doing it. No one's doing it. But it was a law that, and Dennis, are you absolutely... See, I thought, by the way, before I go on there, John, I thought that facilities fees were always a thing. I thought they always had... Like, when you go to an ER, you get an ER fee, don't you, just for the room? Then you get one from the provider, right?
That is correct.
Well, why do they pay that fee?
Because technically, under the emergency room, and once again, it's going to be how it's coded, Tom. And in this urgent care, they've coded it as an additional, just a flat facility charge, in which case his health insurance is not going to pay for it. And
Dennis,
that's definitely a surprise billing.
Dennis, was there any sign anywhere or anything on any of the paperwork you signed?
I don't know. I'm actually going to go into the facility that I went to and check that out, but it'll be a day or two before I get over there.
Would you let us know? Because we really would like to know.
Sure. I would be happy to. It was on point medical care or urgent care. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And Tom, I'd
what were you going to say?
Tom, I'd recommend Dennis goes back also to the billing department and see if he can negotiate this fee down.
Okay.
If he's got to pay cash with it, since it's not covered by his insurance.
Okay. And, John, let me ask you a separate question. Thank you, by the way, for calling. Let us know how that goes, sir. Okay. Now, Dennis. Okay. John Jones, Integra Insurance. How are people responding this year to open enrollment compared to previous years? There are stats available on how many people are responding and getting coverages. Are people being more responsive, less responsive since the pandemic? What's going on this year?
I think it's less responsive right now, but it's still early. And a lot of people are still getting those notices that their insurance has been canceled through Bright and Oscar. But obviously we still have a lot of time. But, yeah, I would think it's slower now than it has been in the past.
Why is Bright getting out of Colorado? Are they getting out of the business or out of Colorado?
They're getting out of the business.
Why?
Because what happened is they formed a relationship with a group up in Summit County. And that particular relationship in Colorado cost them over $12 million.
What? Why? Why?
And they're exactly, I'm not sure exactly why, Tom. Of course, obviously it has something to do with the claims. But the reserves were not to the point that they completely decided with the money that was being lost to completely exit the health insurance market across the country. So they pulled out of every state.
Just because of Summit County?
I'm sure they were losing money elsewhere also, because their loss ratios here in the state were like 104%, which means they were bleeding money like crazy. So they, in Texas, I think it's like 550 or 350,000 people in Texas that are getting ready to lose their health insurance.
Okay, what about Oscar? Is that the name?
Oscar never had a big footprint here in the state. I just never called on. So there's probably like 3,000 people that are losing their health care plans with Oscar in the state.
Thank you. John Jones, he's with Integra Insurance Group, 303-466-5500. By the way, if you get a whole house water system for softening, Paul the Waterman is going to throw in free of charge, listen to this, a whole house filter for drinking water. You will never beat that. That is unbelievable. Under $2,000 for a complete whole house water system. Waterpros.net, 303-862-5554.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Finally, an easier drive around the Denver Metro after a long morning of ice and snow on the roads. I-25 north and southbound, no complaints into and out of downtown. Heading east to the airport, I-70 eastbound, we are seeing some congestion spots between Peoria and Chambers Road, and that's affecting traffic on I-225 northbound as well. Leaving the airport, Pena Boulevard southbound, looking at some slowdowns between Tower Road and I-70 as road construction continues. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, scattered snow showers throughout the day with a high of 27 degrees this afternoon. Overnight low of 8. Tomorrow partly cloudy with a high of 25. The current temperature in Denver is 23 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Hi, I'm Kyle, and my company is Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to provide custom blinds, shades, and shutters at affordable prices. Our blinds are easy to install and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive professional. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Yep, Blindster. Now I'm going to tell you about something else. Retirement and then real estate. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies is the place to get your retirement in order. You may have elements of retirement, a 401k, an IRA, maybe a pension, maybe nothing. Whatever it is, you need to put it all together for a plan. You got to figure on income. and minimal expenses and maximizing Medicare and Social Security and other things. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies is a sponsor on this show because I believe in what they're doing for me, they can do for you. And I urge you to get a free consultation. They're completely transparent on everything they do, what it costs, and how it saves you money and how it preserves income. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies will come to you in the comfort of your home or office or online. Get in touch with them, rpcenter.com, 970-663-3211, 970-663-3211, rpcenter.com. Frank Duran, the real estate man. You've heard me talk about Frank. Why? Because I've used him 5, 6, 7 times. I mean, I lose track. He's helped me buy properties. He's helped me sell properties. And you will never do better than with Frank Duran on your side. He'll even do a free market analysis of your home to let you know, based on real facts and figures of his 28 years in business, what he can sell your house for and what you will net. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. Okay.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
Is he there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, Tommy?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember last week when we had Brad O'Brien in?
Yes.
And that lady had called and we wanted to see her settlement sheet from when she had this lady renter, then she puts the renter on the mortgage.
Oh, God,
Remember
yes.
all that? Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to send you and Mark. I already sent it over to Brad. I'm going to get Brad on for the call now that I have it. I'm going to send that settlement sheet to you and Mark as well, or settlement agreement, okay? And that's what line 1 is about. I just didn't know how to explain that one.
Got it.
Call Spine One today, 303-367-BACK, or go online at spine1.com.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Now, Stan the man is with us, Stan the HOA man, and I want to just conclude this segment with him. He was talking about a town hall tonight where they're going to discuss abuses, about HOA abuses. Stan, how do people find out more about it? It's the website. Give the website out.
Right. Colorado HOA Forum, FORUM.com, right on the homepage, and they'll get the brochure or the flyer for that. And as a follow-up, I just went back to the law just to do a quick reading. No foreclosure can be based on fines or collection costs associated with the collection of a fine. So it's a blank check. You got fines, you're trying to foreclose based on fines, you can't do it, period.
Okay. All right. Now.
In or out of court.
So if you get you're saying if you actually get a judgment, go to court, get a judgment that you can't foreclose on the house or turn it over to a collection company to foreclose.
If you want to pursue an HOA, the collection of fines or you can't do it based solely on the amount, the lien that's based on fines. If it's fines alone, you can't do it.
Now, listen, Stan, that's great. That's great for abusive HOAs. That's great. But what does happen, though, if some guy just thumbs her nose at the HOA and racks up fees? In essence, there's never a time. I mean, I guess they could do a garnishment.
Just take them to court. Just to go to small claims court.
Well, what good is that, though? If they get a judgment, what good is a judgment if they can't foreclose? The only reason most people pay debts is because of their home.
No, I agree. But there's been abuse in that. So
oh, no, I agree. And by the way, Stan, I'm all for helping consumers. I'm all for it. But on the other hand, let's say you have an abusive neighbor who is just disgusting and he's fined for it. When they go to court, they get a judgment. Then what? They can't put a lien on his house. That is the number one reason to get a judgment, is to put a lien on someone's house or on their car. I guess they could put a lien on if he owned his car free and clear. Or I guess they could do a garnishment of wages. I mean, there are other ways to collect is what you're saying. But, man, that takes a lot of wind out of the sails of HOAs, and I'm kind of happy about it. Mark, I think it's overall a good thing.
I still don't quite understand it. I go back to my same deal, though. If I paint my house bright purple and it's killing the value of everybody else in the cul-de-sac, and on top of that I keep a Santa Claus 50 feet tall on top of it and have 18 junk cars, I can never be foreclosed on? I don't believe it.
You can be fined, and they can take you to court to collect the fine, but they can't proceed foreclosing on your home.
So therefore, I would, Stan, all I'm saying is therefore, if I'm just a deadbeat, nothing can ever make me remove all that crap.
Well, here's something, though, Stan. I think if they can't foreclose, I'll bet you, Mark, they can still put a lien on the house. So if they sell or refinance, they got to get paid.
Oh, well, okay, that's a different story. But I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, most people, I don't know. I mean, I realize some people get
what Stan is saying. They can put a lien on the house. They simply can't foreclose on that lien, and I get it. Listen, HOAs brought this on themselves. In fact, I am shocked we are getting some of these laws passed.
There's a reason why they never move. So you're not actually getting rid of the problem. If they've got a lien that, eventually gets up to $70,000, $80,000.
We're out of time. By the way, ColoradoHOAForum.com. More coming up. If you're looking for a safe, conservative, this is crazy. Crazy stuff. Everyone's curiously silent. What the hell is going on? Mark, are you looking at this settlement?
I sure am.
Good, thanks.
She's fucked.
Denver's talk station has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. That's bank. Enter it now at khow.com. Inflation salvation on 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help a common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Here to help you solve problems. And, man, we got a lot to talk about here. First and foremost, I want to go to this problem that is really troubling, only because we didn't have all the facts. But it has to do with Diane and a problem she's called us a few times about. In 2016, she was in trouble, and her tenant said, we'll get you refinanced. I'll help. This is Beverly, the tenant. Diane and Beverly went to Quicken for a refi. Beverly, the tenant, put down $16,000. Beverly apparently was not on the title, but was on the loan. Beverly, since 2016, has been making half the payment. Now, if that's the case, I don't know what, that's the situation. Now, Beverly then came after Diane for half the equity in the house. My only question was, is this fair or not, or does it matter because there's a settlement? Because up to 2016, let's just say there was a whole crap load of equity in 2016, and this woman helped refinance. It seems to me that this woman would only be entitled to the increase in equity plus her 16 grand back maybe, or whatever. I don't know. But it doesn't really matter because there was a private settlement signed. Now, I want to ask, before I get our expert opinion from our real estate attorney, Brad O'Brien, OLS Law, O'Brien Legal Services. Diane, was your purpose in calling, was your original purpose in calling us to see if you could get out of this settlement agreement?
Yes. I was forced. I did not want to sign it. My free attorney, I don't know what you call him, because I couldn't afford an attorney, he, for 3 days, yelled at me to sign that paper, and I really didn't even know what I was signing. I really didn't.
Okay, so, Diane, what are the consequences of you signing that? Are you still in that house?
I'm still in the house.
But Beverly, the tenant, wants you to leave and sell it, right?
Right. She wants me to sell a house, and she wants.
And then what? And then give her half the equity.
Right. And
okay, weren't you about to lose your house in 2016?
Well, I wasn't. They hadn't given me any notice of foreclosure or anything. No, because I was paying the payments. I've rented my house for years, so.
So hold on. You were not in the rears in 2016. You were not in danger at all. You were making your payments.
I was making the payments. The reason why I was concerned was because I had an arm with Wells Fargo, and they sent me a letter saying that they were raising interest rates again, and I was paying for 2 years, or I don't know, 3 years. I was paying interest only, $2,000 a month, and the payments were going to go up to, I think it was $2,300. All right,
so let me ask you something. It's very unusual in a refi to have to bring in 16 grand. Why did this woman have to put down, this tenant of yours, why did she have to put down 16 grand?
Well, I've talked to my mortgage guy about it, and that was the cost of refinancing the house. That was, and since then I've
wait. How much is the loan?
The loan, I don't have it in front of me.
You must know roughly what the loan is, Diane.
You mean how much I owe?
Yes, that's what the loan is. How much you owe?
It's I think it's $311,000.
Okay, and it cost you 16 grand?
This was 4 or 5 years ago when we.
So wait. None of this makes any sense. So you did not.
I'm sorry.
You weren't late on any payments whatsoever, and you decided to refinance, not taking any money out, but you decided to refinance and spend $16,000, right?
I wish I had better memory. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was going to cost that much.
But why? But listen, I'm just trying to understand why you even refied.
Because Wells Fargo was raising the price of the interest rate. It went up. It started at like 5.
What is your house worth right now?
Right now, probably about 530 to 545.
And you owe $350.
Tom, if we just really do the math, I don't think what the other person is asking for is that unfair. They spent $16,000 to get her to refi. Let's say it was out of an arm, and the interest rate was going to balloon or something was going to happen. I mean, because it was 2016, I even doubt that, but who knows? So let's say that's the case, and then she's paying half the mortgage for the last 7 years.
Yeah,
and
but
then
she was also hold on,
grew.
Mark, she was also living there, so you can't, that wasn't charity paying half.
She was on the loan as well, though.
But she was living there. She got something of value, is what I'm saying. So I mean, you know, what would she have been paying to rent that house?
Well, I don't know, but she basically went in there and saved the house. If she wasn't going to make the next payments because the interest rate was going to go up or something happened, I mean, but even that, read the settlement agreement. It talks about that. They want $105,000 is what it comes down to. I don't know what makes up that math, but everybody signed and agreed to it.
So I don't think that sounds unfair, $105,000. But here's the deal.
Either.
I want to get Brad O'Brien's opinion on this. But what I don't understand, and this tells me she didn't have a lot of equity. If they had to come to closing with 16 grand.
It makes zero sense. The only time that generally happens is if you're in a position to where you owe the mortgage company money.
That's right.
And and it's apparent she wasn't able to refi on herself. She had to use this friend or this person to do it. I would like to know what happened to the son-in-law that was supposed to have done all this for you in that settlement agreement.
What are you talking about, Mark?
There's a son-in-law that was supposed to refi the house going back to April or even March of 2001. And then when they refied, the woman was supposed to get her $105,000. Why did that never happen?
Are you asking me that?
Yes.
Yeah, Diane, in the settlement agreement, there's something about your son-in-law helping you.
Right. And that was because he's an entertainer, and he did not work in 2020.
Okay,
because
of COVID. Okay.
So
listen, hold on, Diane. None of this matters right now. Here's what matters. You signed a settlement agreement. Brad O'Brien Legal Services, you read the settlement agreement. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it, Brad?
Yes, I've reviewed the settlement agreement that Diane provided. It's from last December. It basically said that there's an existing court case, and this is going to settle the case. And she has until April of this year, 2022, to refinance. And at the closing of the refi, then Beverly gets $105,000 from that closing. And if closing doesn't happen by April of this year, then Diane has to sell it and then split the proceeds 50-50.
Oh, wait a minute. Split the proceeds. Hold on. Split the proceeds 50-50 so she gets more than the 105, right?
We don't know what the sale price would be. It could be more.
You're right. But what if there's less? What if there's less than 100? What if the half going to Beverly is less than the original amount she wants?
It's 50-50. The 105 goes away.
Okay.
Refi in April.
You know, Diane, as conscionability and fairness goes, it sounds like she got you out of a jam. Do you think
she did? But
let me put it to you this way. Let me put it to you this way. What do you think she deserves?
Well, I was willing to give her the 105, and I tried twice. Two people have tried to buy the house, but on 12/20/20, she put a lien on the house, and so I was not able to sell to anybody because there was a lien on the house.
Well, if she knew, listen, then you didn't communicate properly. Because if she knew you were selling the house to pay her off, that would have been different, don't you think, Diane?
Oh, she knew it because I had.
So she didn't want you to sell. That's what you're telling me. She didn't want you to sell it.
I don't think she wanted me to sell it to my son-in-law.
Why?
Because she wouldn't get the money. She thought the house was worth over $700,000 or $800,000.
Okay, listen. So she thought maybe you were selling it for less than it was worth, or
right.
Okay, and then she wanted you to sell it to get 50%. Well, now she's screwed because she's not going to get 105 if you sell it. And so, but Diane, you're going to have to sell it. Is it pretty clear, Brad?
Yes, the settlement agreement would be enforceable in the court action, they could force.
Hold, Diane. If you want to dispute it, we've talked to you several times, and it all comes to the same thing. You agreed to it. Now you're saying you were incompetent. You were living alone. You can't get the courts to say you were incompetent.
Well, my son-in-law is the one that still wants to pay her the 105.
Okay, but okay, hold on. If he really has 105, she might want to take it if she realizes selling it will net her less. Has anyone made that offer? Hold on, I got to take a break. We'll come right back. I'm Tom Martino.
It's easy to get wrapped up in the spirit of giving, but you might be giving away more than you want. During the holidays, more shopping online means more exposed personal information. But LifeLock by Norton has identity theft protection all wrapped up. And if you become a victim, they work to fix it with you. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but you can save up to 25% off your first year right now. 1-800-LifeLock, 1-800-LifeLock, or lifelock.com, promo code BECK for 25% off.
You know, really, unless you're worth money and you have a lot of money, or the other person that hits you has a lot of money, you're really dependent on insurance coverage. Really, most damages are paid out of insurance coverage. But John Fuller says there is a scary trend in the automobile insurance business. More and more people in Colorado and around the country have less and less insurance or no insurance. John, what does that mean for us?
Tom, hey, it's a scary, scary deal here. I just did some research this morning. You're not even going to believe this. 60%, 6 out of 10 people in Colorado have either no insurance or the absolute minimum amount required by the state. 6 in 10. I also did some research. I pulled up my insurance. Do you know what having $300,000 of UM cost me? $18 a month. $18. So for less than $20, I mean, is your family worth that? It seems like a pretty reasonable payoff for me. You've got a 60% chance that if somebody runs into you, they don't have enough insurance to do much of anything for you. And for less than $20 a month, you can raise your coverage to at least an amount that gives us a fighting chance at getting a good outcome in most cases. That seems to be a pretty worthwhile trade-off for me.
And John, if you think, oh, I'll just sue them then and get a judgment, it won't do you any good.
Good luck. I mean, a piece of paper, are you going to frame that on the wall and say, oh, you can, be on TV and hear that you got a $700,000 judgment, but it's not worth anything more than the piece of paper? Great. Insure yourself, people. This is what it's all about. If you really want to be protected in this world, spend the $20 a month and get great insurance for you and your family. You will not regret it in the event that something bad happens. I do this every single day, and almost every day I'm disappointed on a new case to find out what we have in insurance. It's just ridiculous.
Now, John Fuller is saying this because he wants to collect the maximum for you. You will notice the difference when you call him. You won't be talking to a call center. He's the only attorney by choice, taking only the cases he can work personally. He'll evaluate them, and he recommends, please, get enough underinsured and uninsured motorist coverage to protect yourself. And medical payments, cheap coverages that you need. And John Fuller can be reached at 303-597-4500. That's 303-597-4500. And speaking of insurance, another kind of insurance is health insurance. You just heard from Integra Insurance. They can help you buy your health insurance, and they are there to help you anytime you need it. That's IntegraInsurance.com. Integra, 303-466-5500. Frank Duran, the real estate man, is also there to help in your real estate woes or your glee, depending on what house you have. If you want to sell it, he'll tell you what it will sell for in this market. Interest rates have taken a toll. Inflation has helped your house go up a little in value, but then the market plays into it as well. To get a true exclusive look at what you will get for your house, use Frank's 28 years of experience free of charge. He'll give you an analysis with no obligation, and even if you decide to list, Frank doesn't hold you to a long-term contract if you change your mind. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
Okay, then you would have been charged. If you canceled on the 10th, your last billing would have been.
More and more, I think this woman's nuts.
Correct. Oh, you're saying you got billed for November. Oh, okay. No, I'll send that off to billing and get that refunded if that's what happened for sure. You got it. Yeah, I am. I actually am right now. Bye.
Okay, what's new?
$19.99.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Diane, anyway, it sounds to me like you have to sell your house, and I'm not sure I'm pretty sure there's nothing we can do about it.
Well, I didn't expect you to do anything. I guess I was... What the problem is now is that my son-in-law still wants to pay her the $105. The house has gone way down value. I have no appliances.
Does she think it's worth more? Diane, does she think she can get more if you sell it than $105? That's the only reason she would refuse it.
I think so, but she does not know the condition of the house. When she lived here, she only lived in a small portion.
When did she move out?
She moved out about 2 or 3 months ago.
Okay. Listen, Diane, I doubt she has the condition of the house that wrong. What you should really do is maybe ask her to come over to the house and have Frank Duran, the real estate man, no kidding around, have him do a free market analysis of the house. And have him...
I'd like him to do that. I don't know if I want to see her.
No, I'm saying it would be an honest assessment with him And I think it would be very, very smart, because then she can see after commissions and stuff what would be netted. I don't even know if it says after commissions. It just says she gets she gets half of the net, I imagine. Brad O'Brien, I mean, that's probably what it is, right? She's allowed to subtract selling costs, right?
Well, it's ambiguous. It says split any profits from the sale. And
Okay, well, a
profit
profit is a profit. So, I don't know, man. I think, Diane, if she could see that the $105,000 from your son is more than she'd get in half the sale, why would she not do it? Of course she would. She just doesn't trust you.
I'm sure she knows the value of that house, so wouldn't you think? I mean, Stephanie Thomas could probably tell you in 10 minutes.
Why? Is it in the Springs?
I think so.
Yes, it's in the Springs.
Okay, then you should get Stephanie Thomas instead of Frank Duran if it's down there. That's what you should do.
Honestly, I think really what it comes down to is she doesn't want to leave, and I don't blame her.
I've been here for 25 years.
No, Diane, I can hear it in your voice, and I understand.
If we could,
however,
really, instead of arguing, and telling her that she can't do anything, if there's some way your son-in-law could help you just refi and get that 105 out, then you could stay there.
It's too late. The deadline.
Well, how much more do they want now?
Mark, it's either...
He tried twice to refi, but because she has a lien on it, and that was all before the deadline.
Diane, forget about that right now, okay? Yeah. It's past that deadline. The deadline was April for that. And Brad, as far as you can read, if she goes past the deadline, there is no longer the option of paying 105. She now has to sell it and give half.
That's right.
But here's the deal, Diane. However, even though you're past the deadline for selling it, and even though you have to give half, you're past the deadline for refining, and even though you have to give her half, if she finds that 105,000 is more, she'll go back, she'll do it. I mean, why wouldn't anyone do it? She just doesn't believe it. She thinks the house will sell for more. For her to get 105,000, you said you owe approximately $375.
And how much is the lien?
I don't know how much the lien is. It's a Liz pendant, whatever that means.
That means there's a lawsuit against it. And if you can get a release of that, first of all, you're dealing with morons, because you can refinance with a Liz pendants. You can, as long as you have an agreement to lift it upon payment. I can't deal with people who are stupid. If you said you weren't able to get refied, well, that's wrong. I've refied 100 things with less pendants on them because I agreed to pay it on closing. Brad, have you seen that done?
Yeah, you're right, Tom.
I didn't know that.
Well, Diane, yeah, that's true. You don't know it. That's why I'm telling you right now. If you can get her the 105,000, how are you going to get it? You said your son is willing to pay, your son-in-law. How is he going to do it? Does he have the money saved up? How is he going to do it?
Well, at first he was going to get the refi and
I want to know now. How is he going to do it now? How is he going to do it if she agrees to it?
He tried to get
How is he going to come up with the money? I don't want to know what he tried. I want to know if she says, yes, I'll take the 105,000. How will he get it?
He is going to refinance his house.
Okay.
It's worth over $1 million.
Okay.
The bank approved it and everything.
Good.
But they would not accept it because of the Liz pendants.
No, you just said he was going to refi his house. His house doesn't have a Les pendant, so he can get it refied.
The bank wouldn't give him the money because of the Liz pendant.
Oh my God!
Diane, that's not true at all. That is absolutely, positively a lie. If he told you that, he is lying to you. He can refinance his house, and that lawsuit on your house has nothing to do with it.
Well, okay, then let me think.
I'm going to let
He
you
said
think
that-
off the air. Diane, I'm going to let you think off the air. I'm sorry, dear. You don't have a clue, not a clue of what's going on. What you need to do, Diane, is get an attorney. I swear to God, do not try to do anything alone. Your brain is a sieve, okay? For one reason or another, it's a sieve. You cannot depend on yourself. I swear to you. You need an attorney, and they need to negotiate you out of this, either by selling it or paying off that person. But if your son told you, or your son-in-law, I can't finance my house and get the money, they won't give it to me because you have a lawsuit on your house. Does that sound crazy to you?
I don't think your son-in-law, maybe he's not available to help right now, and that's his way of saying it.
I think so, too. Please call Brad O'Brien. Diane, please. Diane, did your son tell you he could not finance his house because of your lawsuit?
He told me that they have approved him, but they have to have 2 years of his income tax, and that will be as of January.
Okay.
In January, they will give him the money, but he has to show them 2 years because he couldn't work.
So it has
in
nothing to do with then it has nothing to do with the lawsuit.
Probably not.
Okay.
I'm just saying that the reason why his bank didn't give him the money yet is because they're waiting for his income tax.
Okay.
This year.
That makes sense, Diane. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So listen, I think, honest to goodness, you should call that woman and say, look, you obviously want the most money, whether it's the $105,000 or it's half of the sale proceeds. So why don't we do an analysis of what half of those proceeds would be? You find a real estate person, find one, and let's talk to them, and I'll find one, and let's meet. Now, is she allowed, Brad, to contact that woman, or if she's represented, she's not allowed?
Oh, yeah, principals can always talk to each other. It's an attorney who can't.
Diane, do you think you can talk to her, or would she hang up on you?
I think she would hang up on me. She just wants every dime out of me she can
Well,
get.
it's been a year.
It's been a couple
Hey, Mark.
years.
Mark.
Yeah.
Mark, would you do me a favor? Could you call that woman and see if she would talk?
Well, here's what I'd like to do.
If anybody can talk to her, it's you.
I don't mind doing that, but I'd like to have facts. So I would like to have Stephanie Thomas say what she can sell the house for, and I'd like an O&E to see what the hell's owed. Then I can talk turkey.
Okay, good. Diane, we're going to have someone get in touch with you, Stephanie Thomas, okay?
Now, can I say, because I'm sorry, I am very slow, and I know you're on the radio, and I'm having a hard time.
I have to take a break. Just ask your question after this.
Attorney.
You don't need an attorney right now. Right now, we just want to send a real estate person we know and trust to find out what your house will sell for. That number one. And number two, what you really owe on it. Okay? That's what we need to know right now. If you want our help, you'll let us do it. If you don't want our help, goodbye.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Leland Conway at 2, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Broadmoor.
Easier driving than this morning, that's for sure. However, still some drama spots out there. I-25 northbound showing speeds in the 40s and 50s between 6th Avenue and Spear Boulevard. Southbound I-25, we're seeing posted speeds from one end of town to the other. Off-highway to the east, 1st Avenue at Cook Street, a serious accident has been reported with pretty heavy congestion around for drivers as crews work on the scene. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, scattered snow showers throughout the day with a high of 27 degrees this afternoon. Overnight low of 8. Tomorrow, partly cloudy again with a high of 25. The current temperature in Denver is 24 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Holidays are a perfect reason to stay at the Broadmoor. Whether it's the traditional holiday show featuring a star-studded lineup or one of their spectacular New Year's Eve celebrations, you are sure to make memories that will last a lifetime. Visit Broadmoor.com for more information.
Made in the Shade. That is what I want you to Google to find. Made in the Shade, blinds, shades, and more. I'll tell you what, they're a local, family-owned business with color specialists and design experts. Prices from low to high, always a great value, even better than some of the do-it-yourself places. A lifetime warranty on most products. They can handle it all from soft treatments like drapes or more like shades, room darkeners, shutters, rolling shades, high-tech, indoor and outdoor, all brands. Call them. You will love them. One-stop shopping, 720-458-6566, 720-458-6566, or Google Made in the Shade to find the website. So, if you are looking forward to being made in the shade in retirement, I trust mymoneymyway.com and their strategies to help you plan some income. If you're looking for someone you can trust Joe and Jordan and their team at mymoneymyway.com. Their entire focus is on really finding the best for you when it comes to income, not subject to the whims of the stock market. 303-779-6600, 779-6600. That is mymoneymyway.com.
Hey, Scott, if you're listening, let me see if you're on YouTube, bro. There's that Tommy Tantrum we all know. Yelling at an old lady getting foreclosed on. I got the O&E coming, Tom. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
And I got Stephanie. I just emailed her for a idea, but I want to see that O&E. I started thinking, I wonder if she's been making payments the last 6 months. Have you seen Scott on the feed today? I haven't seen him. Hey, Deputy Dollar.
Oh, Dollar? Is he here?
I don't think I've seen
here.
him.
He says I'm listening.
Oh, hey, Dollar. That furniture doctor, he won in court. I need you to go back and serve the exact same person, which will be the guy up front again, if you will, the interrogatories. Let me know anytime next week. I can even email you the interrogatories. You don't need to pick them up here, so let me know how you want to do it, man. She might need to be somewhere with a little more care, too. You know what I mean? She might not be able to live by herself very well. And then the other thing is, I hope it's not a hoarder situation walking in there.
She said she had, like, no appliances there for a while, too, so it's like, what
your
does that
brain
mean?
works the exact same way. When she started saying there's no appliances and shit, I'm going, oh, fuck.
Yeah, this could be bad.
People think I'm mean.
Oh, please.
Well, stop being
mean.
mean.
I got called MAGA today by some fucking asshole.
Mega or MAGA?
MAGA, I don't fucking know. MAGA.
Guess what?
MAGA.
Here's what I want to know. Do you think there are more baseball caps with MAGA on them or Built Back Better
Build Back Better. No, definitely MAGA.
There are no
What is it now, though? Is it going to be
sweatshirts? Come on.
What is it now? Make America Great Again again?
Well, what about Biden? Is he still saying Build Back Better?
No, it's already Built Back Better. Build it back even better, Biden.
Yeah, they passed that Inflation Reduction Act.
And by the way, he says inflation could take years to subside.
Make America great again and again and again.
Hey, do you love that executive order which got all the Gen X's, the Y's and Z's to vote for
I
him?
know, and then it was all bullshit. I love it. Hey, we're going to cancel that college debt. Yeah.
Hey. 440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
630 KHOW.
An iHeartRadio station.
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. So we decided to help her off the air. People are calling me a meanie. I'm not a meanie. You know, when I emphasize things to people, it helps them. And just so you know, we always help them off the air anyway. But sometimes on the air, it gets so frustrating. The poor woman, I don't think, understands anything going on. Not one thing.
So we've got, I've got Stephanie Thomas involved now. We'll have a value, and then I'm having Frank pull in O&E. We're going to know how much she owes, and we'll reach out. So how's that, listen, Tommy Tantrum?
That's good, Marky Mayhem. Okay, now Jamie, that's our Trump names. So we got to have Trump names for everyone.
That's the old Trump. I keep telling you that. The new improved Trump doesn't give people names.
Yeah. How about Little Marco and Ron?
The one that he did like a couple.
Sanctimonious.
The one he did a couple weeks ago, I couldn't believe. Who was it? What's the guy's name? The governor, Yum King, or he goes, that sounds Asian. I don't even know what he meant by that.
Oh, my God. Did he say that?
Yeah. What did he say? You know, Dragon.
I don't remember exactly, but yeah, he tried to tie it in with some kind of Asian slur.
And I'm like, oh, my God, what does that mean? Asian people are bad? The guy's off the hook.
I wonder if he probably said, that sounds Oriental.
Remember we had the old guy a couple weeks ago that did that.
Yeah. Okay, now listen. This is a world record follow-up. It actually happened a while ago. We're just getting them on the air. Deputy Smarty Pants and Jamie. Jamie called the show not long ago, and here's what she said. I have a new Ford Bronco, the big one with a canvas top. Rain pulled on the top, snapped the rear bar. Ford says they won't fix it under warranty because it's storm damage. And then her insurance says we're only going to pay $58 an hour plus the part. So long story short, she was looking at $1,200 out of pocket. And I said it should be covered under warranty, or at least we should try to find someone who can do this job. We gave it to Deputy Smarty Pants. And what the heck happened, Jamie?
Yeah, so someone, he hooked me up with somebody at Phil Longford. And so I talked to Steve and Chris at Phil Long, and basically they're going to, I sent some pictures over, and they're going to reach out and work with Ford to see if they can get it covered under warranty. He said, no promises. He's going to do what he can. He's pretty confident he can get it covered. He said if not, he did make the promise that he can meet me on the labor costs so that I just pay my deductible, which is $500. So
that's incredible,
I'm
Jamie.
With that.
That's
yes,
incredible.
I'm very happy with that.
So Phil Longford said, if we can't get it covered under warranty, we are going to do that labor charge that your insurance will pay. Now, Deputy Smarty Pants, how'd that happen?
We have an angel at Phil Long that I've worked with before named Chris DeTone. He's the general manager, and we've had 2 cases with him in the past, and he's a hard worker. And I simply sent Suzanne's email to Chris, and I said, can you help? And he contacted Jamie apparently right away, and he then called me and said he'll do it at the $58. That's the worst case scenario, is he'll do it at the $58 labor cost. And the best case scenario is he's trying to put it through Ford. And that's it. And he's sending a representative to her house, right?
Great update, man.
Yeah, so they're actually in the Springs, and I'm in Lone Tree, so I'm out of town right now for a funeral, and I'll be back next weekend. So instead of having me drive all the way down there, they're going to send someone to look at it. He said he needs to see it in person. So I thought that was really nice of him to do that too.
No, those people are the bomb, and so are you, Marty. And thanks to you, I get to use my dinger on this cold day a second time. And
oh, by the way, Tom, Chris DeTone said he'll call into the show sometime after this case is settled.
Well, he's certainly welcome to call in. I mean, they are, like I say, they're the bomb. Thank you, Jamie, for calling. And let's do the honors there, Dragon. Come on, man. Thank you very much. He had to thaw it out first, but he got it. Better late than never. All right. God, what a busy day. More coming right up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.
Easier driving throughout the Denver metro than this morning. However, we are still seeing several spots of drama throughout town. I-25 north and southbound showing posted speeds into and out of downtown. Heading to the southeast end, Federal Boulevard southbound at Evans, a brand new accident reported. Crews are expecting heavy backups as they navigate the scene. All the way over to the airport, Pena Boulevard southbound, we've got construction work continuing between Tower Road and I-70 with delays for drivers. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, scattered snow showers today with a high of only 27 degrees in the afternoon. Overnight low of 8. Tomorrow, partly cloudy skies. The current temperature in Denver is 24. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Buckle your seatbelts. You're going to space. The exhibition Apollo, When We Went to the Moon, takes you back to the space race in 1969. The U.S. makes history with mankind's first landing on the moon. The exhibition is now open at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.
Okay, we heard from John Fuller, Fuller Law, recommending that you get underinsured and uninsured motor coverage. It's really a cheap coverage. But you see, if anyone hits you and they don't have enough money to pay you, and you're out hundreds of thousands of dollars in damages, that underinsured coverage will kick in and he'll fight to get it for you. You see, here's the real deal with personal injury. Judgments mean nothing without collectability. And 98% of the time, the collectability is from the insurance company. So get your own insurance, just in case the other party doesn't have enough. That is really what you need to do. And then call John Fuller, and you will notice the difference. He will fight for every dime. John Fuller, Fuller Law at referralist.com. John Fuller. He is smaller by design and will handle each and every case he accepts on contingency fee basis. myaccidentlawyer.co. 303-597-4500. FixMyHome.com on a day like today. Oh, my goodness. You notice, yep, winter's not just a rumor. And what I love about Fix It 24/7 is they do everything with plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, and now you need them more than ever. They have great deals on replacements, and they also have financing available, and they still have the $39 service call to find any problem, no matter what it is. It'll never exceed $39. Then, if you have the work done, they'll even waive the $39. FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939.
Do you? Hey, is Dave, Suzanne, is Dave with the ribs on today?
Yeah, he's on the feed, yes. I saw him.
Dave, how many racks are you doing?
We don't need that many, do we?
Fuck, man, it's getting a little crazy, to be quite honest.
No, but I mean the more competitive. How many competitors?
3 competitors. I think we do 3 racks. Here's how I think we do it. We chop up our ribs at home into 3 bones apiece and then wrap those in tin foil and then put a number on them. And then everybody that's eating them will get 3 pieces of tinfoil, each with 3 ribs in them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but to do the test, do we need 3 pieces? 2 would do it, right?
Well, then I don't think it matters. There's gonna be a ton of ribs.
Okay.
We're
Dave
gonna have
just
probably
answered.
5 to 8 racks of ribs.
Dave just answered. He's doing 2.
2. Okay, I'm doing 3, just because that's what I have thought out. And Kevin will probably do 3. At least I think I'm doing 3.
How do you become a master smoker?
Follow a lot of recipes and have a smoker that actually
Trial
holds
and
the
error.
temperature right.
Wow. No shit. I got to learn how to do that. I want you to show me how you do the steaks for I can never get them right. I mean, I know how to grill, but I don't know how to get the temperatures right. Oh, do you use a thermometer, Mark?
No, I touch it. I mean, I won't say I never now use thermometer, but usually I'm pretty good at just touching it.
So you touch your meat to figure out.
I love touching my meat.
Rub it left and right. Come
I
on.
rub
up
it
and
left,
down.
I rub it right.
Yeah.
I do the hokey pokey.
Brings out all those juices from the inside when you rub it hard enough.
It does, and then I turn myself around, and that's what it's all about.
Oh my goodness gracious! Why is it that men can never go 5 minutes without a dick joke?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's where the brain resides. What are you talking about?
That'll be fun.
It's going to be busy as fuck tomorrow, man.
How many people are testing?
God, I don't know. At this point, I think even Mandy's coming over. Deputy Dollar just
but we didn't invite
invited
any
himself.
riffraff. Do we have any riffraff coming in?
Well, Deputy Dollar.
Oh,
Doc. Doc will be here probably.
20 seconds, guys.
Afternoons 2 to 4. It's Leland Conway.
This is Super Shoe producer Ryan Schuling. From the topical to the irreverent, the serious to the sublime, where libertarians and conservatives meet. Join us weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. right here on 630 KHOW.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. We are here for you. And man, have we been helping a lot of people this year. I'm so proud of the people. And Roger wants to talk about health bills. Go ahead, Roger. Okay. Dr. Jamie Baumgarten, Panacea Life Sciences in Golden. They sell CBD products nationwide. You can call them organic, the way they grow them from seed to sale. Jamie, I got a secret question. Does Panacea Life white label, do they ever produce CBD for other labels? You don't have to tell us what they are. I just want to know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for those people who have tried our products like yourself, they work better than any other product you'll hear about online. And so what we actually see are companies turning to us to make their products for them. And we're happy to do that.
The more the merrier. I mean, why not?
Yes.
No, seriously. Okay. I remember the first time I tried it. That was years ago. And I started feeling like nice, and my pain went away, and, you know, my soreness. And I remember contacting you guys. And that's when I came up with realcbdthatworks.com. I met with you guys in Golden. It was wonderful. I want to ask something. Do formulations change? Like, from the time I took that chewable, are they different today?
No, they're not. I mean, the only thing that we're doing that's a little bit different is we're looking at vegan options. So the initial tablets and soft gels that we provided to you, The shell is a bovine protein gelatin shell, just like what you would take with fish
Oh,
oil.
so you want to make
now-
it totally vegan for the weirdos.
So, yes, totally vegan for those who don't like to take animal products. But then
All
the
right,
other
now
thing we're
I want to
looking at-
talk to you
Yeah.
I want to talk to you coming up on new products coming down the pike and cosmetics after this.
You know,
Hey,
what would
Mark.
they should make some of those CBD pills with veal. That would be cool.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
This thing I'm watching, I'm really looking at it, this Pelosi thing. This guy was visiting him. He didn't break in. This guy was fucking visiting him.
It's like you just joined the planet, Tom.
And they had a fight. They had an argument, a lover's spat.
I swear to God, sometimes you amaze me.
Why?
This
Because
is
of my insight?
For real, this is the first year hearing of this.
Yes. When did you hear about it?
I think the day after it happened.
Yeah,
now,
2 or 3 days after.
Everybody was going, that's his gay lover. This is nothing.
Especially when you got the guy with the car just a few days prior to that.
Yeah, I
It's like,
remember
wait
he
a
got the
minute here.
DUI and he had something was going on.
Was there a guy in the car with him?
Yes.
Yes, dude.
Pray tell.
He's he is bisexual. Let's put it that way. Well, no, that's not true because his other love is Nancy.
Hugh Grant wasn't in the car with him, was he?
No.
Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah, Hugh Grant was something. You know, he was quite the womanizer, though.
Well, what are you saying? That person wasn't a woman?
I don't give names anymore, nor do I assign gender.
He identified as a woman.
Isn't it funny, though? Like, can you imagine if Trump got pulled over with another dude in the car, in a precarious situation, to say the least?
Yeah, but hold on now.
It would
What
be
was
on every fucking news station everywhere.
What was precarious about it? He wasn't like
He was drunk as fuck driving home to his house with another guy while his wife was out of town from a party.
Okay. Did the other guy happen to be a 20-year-old?
I don't know, honestly. That's a hell of a good question. I don't know.
I'm going to say, who was the guy driving with, what's his name?
I knew you were going to say that, and I don't even know. Mr. Pelosi.
Okay, so are people speculating?
Speculating? Speculating?
They had a dash cam, and at first they only thought there was one person there because they could only see one head.
Does it really say that?
No. Oh, my God. He pleaded guilty. Hey, can't you get in trouble for driving in the car with him?
I don't think so. Paul Pelosi.
Hey, by the way, it's redacted.
I know. It's crazy, man.
They're protecting him. He was sentenced to 5 days in jail.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure those were some real tough days.
What does this mean, though? He requested he could stay longer in that ward.
What do they call the big area in jail where everybody hangs?
The yard.
The yard. He wanted to go back to the yard. No, he loved it in the hole.
Oh, do you think he's a pervert?
I have no idea. I honest to God, he's so old.
He could just be a normal bisexual, not a pervert.
Yep.
True
that.
No, seriously. And if he was, and so what do? When you're the husband of the Speaker of the House?
You live in San Francisco. It's fine. Just
that's
say
true.
it's okay.
Yeah, but he's married. He's married.
Will and Jada Smith, they're got this open relationship.
This is what
or
they
whatever.
do,
It's
man.
Fine. Nobody cares.
You're thinking of the old America. You're thinking America.
He pleaded guilty to consuming alcohol and other swallowing. But why didn't any of the mainstream media talk about the discrepancy in the police report?
Well, there is a guy, I think it's NBC. It might be one of the others that is now. Did they ever show Dragon the dash cam footage, or they blocked it?
No, that's not out there. No.
That's unbelievable. If it was anybody else, it'd be out there.
Same with the home footage. They're not showing that.
They're not going to show
the security cams. Nobody was watching
why?
the security cams at the time, but that doesn't mean that there's not recordings of it out there.
Of course there was.
I see the dash cam right here. I have it right here. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'll send you the link. I'm not kidding.
All right,
I swear
send me the link. I want to see it.
But hold on.
But wait, it's not Paul Pelosi.
Dash cam showing Nancy Pelosi's husband DUI arrest released.
Cool, let me see it.
Hold on. I got to get the URL for it. Hold on, the link. I'll just send you the news
wait,
story.
I see a picture of it.
No, here, I have it. It's actually running right now. They pulled him over. You can't see shit, but, I mean, they pull him over, and you see him going over to the car. It's a crash, so he's off the road. Yeah, you see it. Then mostly it's off camera. You can't see anything. It's on let me tell you where I found it. YourCentralValley.com. I don't know what it is. It's a news site, I think.
20 seconds, guys.
YourCentralValley.com.
Talk station has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Win. That's win. Enter it now at khow.com. Inflation salvation on 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
I'm Tom Martino, and I welcome you to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by GutterHelmetDenver.com. Gutter Helmet. Listen, on a day like this, you'd love Gutter Helmet. It not only reinforces gutters, but keeps the snow out of them. The snow doesn't just get buried there, and it falls off the top. It's patented design and bullnose. The snow slides off. It's great to have. GutterHelmetDenver.com, 303-298-8888. Not only keeps out snow, but debris. Okay, now listen. I'm curious about CBD because I want to know about this eye serum. Now, if you have anti-inflammatory properties in the eye serum for Panacea Life, then tell me, Jamie, this must be going like gangbusters because everyone is looking for a true anti-inflammatory for their eyes. Everyone.
Absolutely, Tom. I mean, so out of all of our beauty products, that is our number one seller.
I knew
because
it.
It's, you can put it on, and the next day, you don't have bags under your eyes.
Sue, have you ever tried it? And please, I'm not insinuating that you need it. I'm just asking.
No, I use it almost every day. I love it.
I know you said that. That's why I'm asking. Now, How do you use it, Sue? At night or in the morning?
I use it at night. I put it under my eyes.
And do you notice a difference?
I do notice a difference. Not quite as gray under there in the mornings.
Now, here's the deal. Anti-inflammatory properties. Does that mean that I can use it? Now, I don't want to get crazy here, but I'm asking, can I take that oil and rub it, like, for example, on my gums if I had a toothache or something or anything like that?
No, I wouldn't take the eye serum and put it in your mouth. There are
not
other
eye
ingredients
serum,
in there
not
that-
eye serum. I'm talking about the CBD oil that you have.
Yeah, you could, Tom. I mean, the interesting thing is that CBD by itself has antimicrobial properties and has been shown to actually inhibit the growth of bacteria that lead to cavities as well as gingivitis. So you are going to see like Crest and Colgate actually start to replace their antibiotics they put into those, the Total toothpaste, and they will be replacing that with CBD. It's more effective, it's safer, and it is something you could rub on your gums with, like the tinctures, for example. But
All right,
you might want some other things in there, so to try and help with teeth whiteners and things like that.
Just one other quick question. It's a silly one. You
Okay.
have pet products, and on the page it says want to get aboard the cannabidiol pet wellness train, blah, blah, blah. The picture of the dog, does that belong to anyone at Panacea, or is that just a stock picture? Do you know?
Well, I'm going to look that up. I think it's a stock picture. Hopefully it's not mine because I'm not getting any royalties on it.
No, this is the cutest dog I ever saw in my life. That's why I mentioned it. Okay, well, anyway, that was just a silly question.
You've seen our dogs.
Oh, yeah, your dogs are pretty cute, except Dima. She's not that cute. I'm going to have Suze kill me. Dima's ugly. Anyway,
Oh.
She's not listening, obviously.
You're
She
lucky
would
she's
go.
on the phone right now.
I know, she's not listening. Dima's cute. I'm just kidding. And so is the big guy. What's the heck?
Nico.
Oh, Nico. Of course.
Good Italian name.
He grew so
Hey,
damn
Tom,
fast.
Those are stock photos, but if you do come into the building next time, you will see that every one of our staff members actually has a dog, and they all the photos of the staff members have pictures of the dogs and themselves on the wall. So we typically have 3 to 4 dogs that come in and hang out with us during the day, and everything from a very expensive pedigreed hunting dog to my large Saint Bernard to a very small.
You have a Saint Bernard?
I have a Saint Bernard, yeah.
Ah, cool. Hey,
You got one
Junior
of
has
those barrels of whiskey on it?
Junior.
We've actually dressed him up for Halloween as a rescue dog.
That's cool.
That's funny. Hey, Junior, what's going on with you? What's going on, sir?
A lot's going on, to be honest with you.
Now you had an accident. Tell me what's going on.
So back in September, I had an accident on the 25th of September, and it was a hit and run on I-25 here in Denver. And
when was it again, sir?
September 25th. It was on a Sunday.
Okay. And it was a hit and run. Somebody hit you where?
Right off of I-25, southbound at the I-70 East exit.
Okay.
Some guy was just driving crazy and tried to go off to the I-70 East exit, and then just realized that wasn't the exit that he wanted. I don't know what he was doing. Came back on and hit me in the right side of my car. Hit me so hard that it broke the right front tire, and I flipped over on the side of my car.
Was Paul Pelosi in town? I don't know. So what's?
Yeah, no doubt. Right.
So
no
what's
doubt.
happened? So what happened? He took off, and
So he
what's
took
the
off,
call
yep.
about? What can we do for you, sir?
So I just don't know what to do because I've contacted so many different people because in the police report it states that he's at fault. And it states that he has been cited for the accident.
Wait. So wait. It wasn't a hit and run then.
No. So he left the scene. They found him about 35 minutes later the same night. I didn't find out until literally 3 days ago that they had found the other guy. I had to file for the police report just to find out if they had found the other guy.
Well, that's easy. You go after the guy. Did the guy have insurance?
Yes, he did. But
Who's his insurance?
Progressive.
Okay.
This gets crazy, Tom. This gets crazy.
Okay, let me shut up and tell the story. Go ahead.
All right. So, anyways, long story short, so I got cited with no insurance and basically disobeying lane change, so which was bogus. So when the accident happened, I flipped on the side of my car, whatnot. The police came. They didn't follow protocol whatsoever. They didn't take pictures of my car. They didn't listen to my statement. There was one guy that was there that was a witness.
But I don't understand. I don't understand something. How do they know that you made an illegal lane change? How do they know that?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, how? I mean, no one was there except you.
Right.
So what did they, wait a minute. So they said, oh, Junior, you were hit, someone took off, but you made an illegal lane change. How did they know that?
I don't know, and that's the thing. So they didn't even hear me out when I told them that I was hit by somebody else. They didn't believe me. They just automatically cited me and took off. They didn't take pictures of my car.
Hold on, Junior. So when they stopped, where was your car? Was it disabled?
Yes. Yep, it was still on. We had to push it over. The company that I work for I work for a towing company. They came to tow my car. We pushed it over back onto it. It was a small car. It's a Hyundai Veloster. We pushed it back.
So do they think, was there noticeable damage to the car?
Oh, absolutely. The whole entire left side's completely done.
So they probably first suspected that you were drunk. Did they do a sobriety check?
They did everything. They came. They checked me, everything. I was sober. Everything was fine. They asked me for my insurance. I gave it to them. Then they came back and said that my insurance was not valid, which it was because I went to court, and they found that I did have valid insurance. And that's when it got weird.
Okay, so, how did it get weirder than that?
So when I went to court, they dropped the no insurance charge. They dismissed the disobeying lane change and gave me basically a disabled vehicle, basically 2-point ticket.
Wait a minute. Why would they blame you if someone hit you and left you there? Why would they give you a ticket for operating the car like that?
Because they didn't believe me. They didn't think that anybody else was involved, and then so that's why I'm saying it gets a lot worse than that.
Oh, keep going.
So after that, I was talking to a buddy.
So what did they actually cite you for? So they took away the no insurance and the illegal lane change, and they said you were cited for driving what? An unsafe vehicle?
Basically, yes. And
okay, keep going. Keep going.
2-point ticket. So I have a friend that had resources, so I looked into it, and when I initially found out that they had found the other driver, that's when I was like, okay, well, why wasn't I notified? Why didn't they tell me
Junior,
that they found the other
I'm a
driver?
little confused. Of all the people they stop at night, why would you think they got the guy that hit you? I don't even understand. Did it say this is the guy that hit Junior?
Yes. It was a black car. They stopped the guy in a black Mazda. Had the same type of damage to the left side of his vehicle.
So did they connect it to you?
Yes.
In the police report?
Yes. But they didn't put it down as a hit and run. They put it down as a regular accident, but there was no other car on scene but mine because he had taken off.
This guy that took off, does he know the police?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know who the guy is. I just literally found out about who he was just a few days ago, and that's why I reported.
Okay, but were you named in that report? Like this is the guy that hit this guy?
Yes.
Okay, keep going. It's weird. Does it get weirder?
It does.
Yes.
Yes. Hold on. I want to hear it gets weirder. I can't believe this. Hold on. 303-713-TALK. It's weird enough. I mean, I can't believe it. And he says it gets weirder. More after this.
You want to be a showstopper like The Miz? You want to be awesome? Then you'll want to have a game plan. Whether you're a champion or a bettor, you've got to be responsible. The DraftKings Sportsbook offers all the tools you need. You can set a realistic budget and bet within your means. You can set time, deposit, and wager limits so you can have a personal game plan for having fun while being responsible. I practice safe bets, and so should you. Visit DraftKings.com/responsible-gaming to learn about all these tools and more.
Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/responsible gaming for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources.
K&H Home Solutions. This is a company I can highly recommend for window, siding, doors, and more. You know why? I've known them for 40 some odd years. I met them when the new owner was taking over, Ted, and he took over for the old guy. I knew both of them. The oldest home improvement company in Colorado, now offering 40% off windows, siding, and doors. What a great company with great products at great prices. Man, I can't say more. That is the best you can find when it comes to exterior products. So please check out K&H Home Solutions. That's khwindows.com. khwindows.com, 303-421-7100. All right. Another company we are so happy to have on board, Made in the Shade. Made in the Shade window coverings, okay? So Google Made in the Shade window coverings and you'll find them. Now they're going to serve South Denver area, east and west, all the way south to Castle Rock. They are wonderful people, one-stop shop, great prices, and what they do is come to you, free estimates, all kinds of window coverings. You can't name a window covering they don't have. 720-458-6566. 720-458-6566. Great prices, all price ranges. Don't do it yourself. You can save money with Made in the Shade. All right, now, as if this market isn't crazy enough, if you want to sell and it's a real quick thing you need, how about HomeVestors? You know, HomeVestors is still buying houses. In fact, they're more popular now than ever. 800-44-BUYER. I'm not saying not to list it and sell it conventionally, but sometimes people need to get out of Dodge. They don't want to make any repairs. They don't want to wait for loans. They don't want to go to closings. They just want to sit on their butt and get a check. So call and find out if maybe they're right for you. HomeVestors, 800-44-BUYER. 800-44-BUYER. Thank you. Loving it. Man, is it still snowing? No, it stopped, right?
No.
Depends on when and where you look.
Mark?
It was snowing when we left. I have no idea. Actually, it wasn't snowing when we left. It was snowing when we got out of yoga.
Okay, by the way, I got a question for Jamie on text. I just want to make sure we get all this. This junior story is intriguing as hell. This eye serum is pretty damn good. Yeah, it makes a difference. Holy crap. Hey, do you know?
Yes.
Guys, do you know that one of the women that Weinstein raped, Mark?
Yeah.
No, seriously, Jane
What?
Doe. Guess who Jane Doe number 4 is? Weinstein raped, and she said she was paralyzed during it.
Who? Who is it?
Governor Newsom's wife.
Holy fuck a lot.
No, seriously.
That's crazy. No, I had no idea.
This
I didn't
came
even
out,
know she was like an actress.
This
Or,
came
excuse
out-
me, an actor.
This came out 2 days ago at NBC, Bay Area. Harvey Weinstein, Newsom's wife, gives
15
emotional testimony. I don't know if she was an actress, was she?
Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Garage Magic for your garage floors. You know, what I love is even in this snow and ice and stuff, the garage floors still look beautiful. Of course, they get dirty, but they don't. They're impervious to weather. Garage Magic, lifetime guarantee. Now, Junior is telling us a crazy-ass story here. Basically, he said he was driving along I-25. He was hit and run. Some guy took off. He has Progressive insurance, but he was cited by the cops for an illegal lane change and having no insurance. They suspected he ran into the wall and it was his fault. He went to court and he showed proof of insurance. They removed that charge. They also took away the citation for the other illegal lane change. And they cited him for operating an unsafe vehicle. But Junior found a report that the other driver was found. And they connected it to this accident. But he was never notified. Keep going, Junior.
All right. So I was never notified. So I ended up doing my own little digging. So I ended up getting the finished report for the whole entire accident. So I got it and I read it, and it stated in the accident, TU number 1, black Mazda hit TU number 2, red Hyundai Veloster going southbound I-25, I-70 eastbound exit. Driver 1 was doing 75 miles an hour. Driver 2 was doing 65 miles an hour. Is what they put
Where'd
on
they
the
get
report.
Junior? Where did they get that information?
I have no idea. That's why I said it gets weirder. So after that, they put on there, and at the bottom of the report it says driver 1 cited on scene, but he wasn't on scene because he had taken off scene. So they didn't even put down that he was even at a hit and run. So I ended up calling my insurance company, letting them know, like, hey, I found the other driver. I have the police report. It states that he's at fault. So I turn it in to them, email it to them. They email it to Progressive. Progressive contacts me, gets my statement. 2 days later, they call me back, which was yesterday, and they tell me, we're not covering it. We're not covering the accident. My driver wasn't at fault. I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean your driver wasn't at fault? I'm like, it states in the police report he was at fault and that he was cited.
What? Who's his insurance? Who's his insurance?
Progressive is his insurance.
Wait, it's not yours.
No, no. Progressive isn't mine. It's his. It's his insurance.
Who's yours?
Mine is through Safeway Auto Insurance.
Now, hold on a second. They're saying he is insured by Progressive, and they're not paying.
Correct.
When did you find this out?
Yesterday.
Okay. We have a strategy for that. Keep going.
So come to find out, come to find out, he was already in another accident, from what I was told. His regular car is in the shop. He's in a rental car. So now there's a rental company that's involved now with the insurance on the other side, right along with his regular insurance.
Well, why do you care about that?
Because now it's between those two, between the rental insurance and his regular insurance, on who's going to cover what and what percentage they're going to cover, or are they just going to split it?
Wait a minute. That car that he hit you in, the one he was driving, that wasn't a rental car, was it?
Yes, the one that he hit me in is a rental car.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Is that why they're not paying?
I have no idea. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because it gets a little bit weirder. So after
come on.
After I was
How
talking
does it
to
get
Progressive,
weirder?
I'll tell you right now. So when I was talking to Progressive,
was his name Paul Pelosi? That's the only thing that would top it. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no doubt about it. She said in her statement, she said that if you go down to the third page of the police report, it shows that I was cited with the whole lane change thing or whatnot. And I was like, yeah, well, they dropped that. They gave me defective vehicle or whatever it was. And I was like, it was a 2-point ticket. I go, but that doesn't matter. I said, because the police report specifically states your driver was at fault for the accident. And she's like, well, you were cited, though. So therefore, she goes, it's a contradicting police report. She goes, because it's saying that my driver's at fault, but you were cited for the accident. And I go, because your driver took off. I was the only one there. I go,
okay, listen, I've heard enough. Let me tell you, you're getting screwed around, okay? So right now, I need to ask a few questions. Are you insured by collision coverage?
Yes. Well, I was. I'm no longer with the insurance company now.
But the day of that accident, were you insured?
I was, yes. And that's coming from the courts. The courts have the proper documentation.
Hold on. Then your collision coverage, no matter what, should cover the damage to your car. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying what's your deductible?
$500.
So you should get your car fixed.
Oh, it's a total loss.
Okay, well, they should. Okay. Are they covering your car?
No, nobody's covering my car. That's
Wait,
why
hold
I'm doing
on.
what I'm doing.
First of all, the first line of defense is Safeway. Why is Safeway not covering you?
That I don't know.
Okay, that's the first thing, okay? You need, but I'm not saying that that's optimal because you're out $500. You should also, how much was your car worth?
Well, I just bought it 4 months ago, so I'd say around $18,000.
What kind of car?
It's a 2006 or 15 Hyundai Veloster.
Okay, listen, Junior, you're getting screwed so many ways I can't count. Here's what I want to do. I want you first and foremost, have you contacted your Safeway insurance and asked them about coverage?
Yes, and they're not going to cover it because
why? Hold on. Why?
Because they said at the time of the accident that my insurance was lapsed, which is not. Which is
well, wait a minute. It either was or it wasn't. Was it lapsed or not? Why are they saying it was lapsed?
I told you it gets crazier.
No, I want to know, Junior, we're on your side, but you got to be straight with me. Why are they saying it was lapsed?
Okay, because when I went to go do the renewal for my insurance the day before the accident happened, I was actually looking for cheaper insurance. I was told by one of the representatives that I had a 7-day grace period between the end of my term in my insurance and the renewal. I said, okay, great. Well, I'm going to go look for different insurance and cheaper insurance. I go because I'm not really satisfied with the services that you guys are providing. So in that time frame, the last 2 days, the next 2 days, which was one of the days was the accident that happened, I was told as long as I made the renewal by the 26th of September that my insurance would be intact. So I said, that's fine. I can make that happen if I can't find cheaper insurance. So they gave me an extra day to try to find something cheaper.
Okay, so Junior, during this grace period was the accident, right?
Yes.
And then you renewed it right afterwards, and that's how you got out of that no insurance, right?
I'm assuming so, yes.
And you renewed it with Safeway.
Correct.
And then after that, you dropped them and got another insurance.
Well, I dropped them, and I don't have a car right now, so I don't have insurance. But
Okay. When did you drop Safeway? After the accident?
Yeah, after the accident.
Why did you drop them? Because your car was totaled?
Yep.
But because you said earlier in the conversation you now have another company.
No, I was looking for another company. I was looking for another insurance company to go to because I was
hold on.
with.
So, Junior, Safeway needs to cover you. Will your agent stick up for you and say you were covered?
I mean, I could call him again and talk to him about it, and and then let him know, like, hey, this is where I'm at,
Junior, your insurance needs to cover you. If you were in a grace period, we need to get Compass Insurance on about grace periods. Okay, we really do.
Well,
now, are you sure? Are you sure you didn't tell your agent, I don't need it anymore. I'm looking for a better company.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So we just need to have Compass get his policy number. He needs to give it to us and see if he had coverage, long as it's something they represent.
Can they look up Safeway Auto?
They represent Safeway.
Oh, all right. I've never heard of that.
And by the way, Junior is not a customer of Compass, I'm assuming. But
no.
Let me recap this for people listening. He had an accident in September, a hit and run on I-25. Police found the guy that hit him, and oh my God, it's just crazy. And then the other guy was he was given fault of the accident, but it wasn't listed as a hit and run. Meanwhile, Junior got 2 citations that were dismissed in court. This whole thing, Junior, is so crazy. So what I need to know is, what are you trying to do right now? You need to be paid for your car, right?
Right. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. So I've contacted.
Do you have a loan on that car, Junior?
Yes, I do.
Then you hold on. I know what we're going to do. Hang on. We got more coming up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Friday Health Plans.
There are a couple of tough spots getting around right now. There is a collision northbound I-225 just as you're exiting at Parker. It's slowing down the drive on the freeway from Yosemite. There is a collision in the right lane, Santa Fe northbound just before Jewel, and some ongoing road construction today. It's on Pena southbound starting at Tower, getting over toward I-70. Denver weather, it is cold and there's snow with a high getting up to 26, a low getting down to 9. Tomorrow, sunny and 24. Right now it's 23. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, Karen Johnson, 630 KHOW.
Friday Health Plans is designed for people who buy their own health insurance with benefits like unlimited $0 primary care and mental health visits. Get a quote at FridayHealthPlans.com and see if you qualify for $10 insurance.
Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. That name, pass it around. If you want the best service when it comes to buying or selling real estate, Frank Duran will help you. Now, Frank Duran is with RE/MAX Alliance. He has a team for buying and a team for selling and a special team just to keep your contract on track. It's hands-off. They'll take care of you 100% of the time, telling you what to do and when to do it. They negotiate better deals, and they can show you by stats. If you want the best experience in real estate, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. And yes, you have my name on that one, because I've known Frank for so many years. You won't ever do better. 303-920-1622. MyMoneyMyWay.com. What does that mean? It means that you may have money in savings, in 401ks, in pensions, in all kinds of savings plans, but do you have retirement income? Well, MyMoneyMyWay.com takes money, whether it's qualified or not, and it converts it to income for you. either right away if you need it or eventually. And you even get more the more it festers. But if you have qualified money right now, don't leave it to the whims of the stock market. Do you know you can take a bunch of money out of your retirement plan and roll it to an independent IRA and then turn it into an annuity for income and then keep the other plan too? There are all kinds of strategies you can find out with mymoneymyway.com, 303-779-6600.
That bell jingle's kind of starting to stick a little.
Which one?
The Bell Plumbing Heating. It's like old-timey.
Plumbing.com. For peace of mind, ring the bell. Bell Plumbing and Heating.
We need to get him on with Compass Insurance tomorrow. That's what we need to do. Junior, we want to help you, but I'm going to tell you a couple things before you go. Number one, I believe in a grace period, it's as good as being insured, and they should cover you, and you may have a bad faith claim against your insurance. Number two, if you did not have insurance, there is automatic coverage from the lender that goes into force automatically, okay? So that forced insurance would cover you. Number 3, the other party should cover you, and I'm going to show you how to go after him. What we need to do now is put this on hold until we get Compass on tomorrow to ask Compass about the grace period. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I was told that there is no grace period in the state of Colorado. Colorado does not offer a grace period, and that's why they were saying that my insurance had lapsed, even though I was told.
Well, let's find out.
A grace period.
Let's find out. Okay. So just put them on hold, Junior. I'm going to mark this as pending. We want to help you now, David. He has a garnishment question for payroll. Hey, David.
Hey, Tom.
How are you doing, man? What can we do for you?
Well, good. Thanks for taking my call today. I do payroll for a small company. We got a young kid who got this wage garnishment sent over to me, and I'm trying to follow up on it and asking for a contract that this kid signed or evidence of what he purchased, because it was back in 2021 is what the document
I do
said.
not believe. Now, this is just what I'm not giving you legal advice, but I do not believe, and we can get someone to talk to you who will know about this, that you have the discretion to do that. That's an order from the court if it's a writ of garnishment, and the person who should question it is the defendant, your employee, and that employee should go to court or a judge or someone. I don't think you can take a writ of garnishment and say, oh, I don't believe this, unless it was served to you by the creditor himself and he had an old one sitting around. I mean, did this come from the court?
No, it just showed up in the mail one day.
So you're thinking this might be a hoax of some kind,
No,
not a hoax,
look,
but
look. I've looked at this thing. Did the guy? I'm sorry. Is this the employer or the employer?
we're talking to David who does the payroll for the employer.
Yeah. So did the employee? Did he actually have a loan out with that company? Did he acknowledge that?
He doesn't know.
Well, he probably did. That all looks
buys a lot of
legit.
stuff.
But you have to, just like Tom said, the one thing you have to do is make sure they actually went to court and won. If so, then yes, you need to take that out.
But
I've got
that writ. Hold on, David. If that's a writ, David, hold on. If it's a genuine writ of garnishment, okay, then it is filed with the courts too.
That's right.
So what you need to do is just take the case number and just go look at the file, or have your employee get the file. He has a right to everything in that file.
And those places do that all the time. These, you get 30 days to pay, whatever.
But David, I understand what you're saying. This thing shows up in the mail. You don't know if it's real or not. It could be some guy it could be some guy who he really did owe money 2 years ago, but it expired. You know what I'm saying? It could. There's so much. You could also do a credit check on this kid, and it'll show up on his credit report. He should allow you to do that.
This is a pretty big company, man. I mean, it's Lend Firm. They do these quick loans. Like if you go buy a toaster, you can break down the payments.
You mean the one with the writ of garnishment?
Yeah.
You know what? If you call them directly and they're legit, they have no problem telling you about that.
So I mean, she called me again today, and that's when she faxed the stuff over to me. But they can't tell me what he bought or.
No, they don't have to,
Not
David.
at all.
David, it's none of your business really if that is a legit writ of garnishment. I would check to see when it was filed with the court.
Okay.
Just get the case number, have the kid, do some legwork for himself. But if it's a legit order, you have no right to know. I mean, if you're saying, wait a minute, I want to know, even if it was a default judgment and the kid says they never served me, it's not your fight, David. You're not the judge here. No. All you have to do is execute the order or not. And the only reason you would not execute it if it was an obvious fraud. We have more coming right up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Some traffic tie-ups continuing going into Thursday afternoon. If you're traveling northbound I-225 exiting at Parker, there is a collision and quite a delay. It's coming away from Yosemite. Also, a collision on Santa Fe northbound just before Jewel, and it's the right lane that's blocked through there. Road construction's happening 70 eastbound between Peoria and Chambers, and also on Pena southbound leaving Tower toward I-70. Denver weather, it is cold with a high of 26 and a low getting down to 9. Right now with snow, it's 23. With your impact traffic and weather, Karen Johnson, 630 KHOW.
Right now at Wendy's, enjoy the $3 breakfast deal. Choose between the bacon or sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant, and get a small seasoned potatoes for just $3. Because behind every great Wendy's deal is an even greater breakfast. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
You know, I really and truly think that K&H Home Solutions is your best solution for siding, windows, and doors. And I mean that. I mean, you know, I love companies like K&H, but if they didn't have the best product, I wouldn't say it. You don't do better than Everlast Siding or Soft Life Windows. Everlast Siding is unbelievable. It's waterproof, color through and through. It's just basically you know, you can't damage it, man. You can't. It's so durable. And these excellent products right now, 40% off on the oldest home improvement company in Colorado, 303-421-7100. Window siding and doors, 303-421-7100. Now, if you're looking at a property problem, like a fire, a flood, broken pipe, maybe some smoke, whatever it is that you need to correct, get the right company so you're not victimized twice. Even if your insurance is paying, that you make sure they only pay once, get the right company. American Restoration is someone we stand behind. American Restoration 24/7. All the EPA certifications, knowledge, know-how, honesty, and integrity to get the job done. 8337-AM-REST. 8337-AM-REST. Look for American Restoration 24/7. And I hope you never need them. Hey, if you need David Ellis for some extra cash, he'll buy your old junk jewelry. You know, the twisted metal pieces or, you know, mismatched earrings. He'll weigh it and pay it. But if you have vintage jewelry, estate jewelry, used jewelry, he'll buy that too. All you have to do is look him up in Cherry Creek, 3rd and Clayton. And while you're there, you might want to buy a gift. He also is a very good jeweler we've trusted for 40 years. DavidEllisJewelry.com, 303-322-8779. This is the most complicated. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Someone hit Junior while he was driving on I-25. The perp took off. Junior had Safeway insurance at the time of the accident.
We're missing something so big in this.
And they say he was not covered.
Oh, hey, by the way, you ready?
Yeah.
There is no grace period mandatory in Colorado, and that company has no grace period. So, no coverage.
Well, I know. Let's just have them on anyway. I want to have.
I'm not. That's fine. I'm just saying that's the deal. There is no grace period. Some insurance companies have a grace period, but they do not.
But I want to know something. He said he was told he had a grace period, and I want to know when his policy period actually was. We don't know that. I want to find out.
Yeah.
It was at least enough to get that citation dismissed. He fooled him. You know it? He got it.
Yeah, or he just showed him something else. He showed it from another company. Who the fuck knows what he has? You know what I mean?
Yep.
But there's no grace period. I like his argument, though. Because they dropped the no insurance charge, there must be a grace period.
Oh. Oh, no, that's not a good argument.
Make sure to finish up with Jamie.
Nancy Pelosi on the way out of leadership. Good riddance is what I say. I talked to Chip Roy about that and more. Plus, why is there a prescription drug shortage? I'll break that down. And campus reform on the Joe Pag Show. Tonight from 6 to 9 on 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. No more time for phone calls, but we do have Dr. Jamie Baumgarten, Panacea Life Sciences. And listen, it's the tail end of the show, but the most important information is this. You can get products pennies on the dollar compared to normal prices because of their year-end clearance. Now, somebody wants to know, are these products old, outdated? Are they discontinued? Why the sale?
Well, effectively, there's two reasons, Tom. One is that we do have an excess of inventory. So it's not old. They will not expire until this time next year, okay? But it's also an opportunity for us to actually get CBD in the hands of people that could really benefit. So we thought, why not clear out some inventory, make room in our warehouse, and provide an opportunity for people to try these products that will definitely benefit various aspects of health.
Now, there are a number of studies being done with both animals or dogs and people for various things. So I don't want to give each and every detail on all of them, but I'm going to give the main contact info. But if your dog is accepted into a study, you get free vet care and free CBD products for the period, right?
That is correct.
And if people are accepted, what for anxiety and stuff like those studies, they get free CBD, and what other kinds of medical care do they get, if any?
Well, effectively what they get is free CBD for 1 month, okay? And then as a thank you, we'll give them another month free of CBD of the same product, okay? So
and then you want them to
really
answer questions?
Yeah, it's a simple, it's a typical self-evaluation for anxiety. It'll take people about 3 to 5 minutes to fill out. We ask them to do that before they start taking CBD and at the end of the study. And so they're investing about 15 minutes at a time. We ship them the material. They get it. They get the links emailed to them. So it's extraordinarily simple. And what we're trying to do is really gain more information about how this will help people get a better idea on dosing, so that when we come on your show, we can say, look, if you're a 140-pound man, this is what you need to take.
Now, another text question. That's an anecdotal self-reporting study. But then there are other studies that get more scientific, and they're called double-blind. Someone wants you to explain double-blind very quickly. What is it?
Okay, so first off, I need to correct you. It's not an anecdotal study. This is called an open-label study. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Anecdotal are random. That's okay. Anecdotals are random observations that you glue together and make all these medical claims. Okay. So a double-blinded study are that we would send you products that would have a label as A or B, and you don't know which one is actually placebo, meaning it contains no active drug or CBD, or B, which contains a dose of CBD.
So they're both blind whether they have the genuine product or not. By the way, realcbdthatworks.com, you can email them help@panacealife.com.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino. And stay connected with all of us at 630 KHOW, KHOW.com, and on the iHeartRadio app.